How about we have not heard a word from JJ since he's left us last week?
I know, you literally text him, are you at the airport yet? And we've literally been waiting for a week for him to answer.
A week for him to answer? Well, it's not like you know what? It's typical because he never really answers us when it's necessary anyway.
He never really listens when it's necessary. He'll be right on the show right next to you and
I
not
don't
hear
even
a
know
word
if
you
he's
just
lost
said.
in London. I don't know if he's like someone have abducted him. I don't know where he's at. All I know is I've never gotten a response to, okay, let me know when you get to the airport and let me know when you land. That's it.
There's
I can't call the police or nothing.
To happen in London too.
You tell me about it. Like, I don't get it.
He's in his own world, man.
I mean, he couldn't even send you like the summer colada.
No, he didn't send me the summer. Yeah, so he didn't send me the summer colada. So I had to get the next best thing, which is blackberry.
Black excellence.
Black excellence.
You're
Yes.
even our Caucasian producer is clapping. So he's clapping for the black raspberry.
I'm one of the 12, according to the Black Israelites.
Ooh.
The Black Israelites.
Yeah.
You never seen the Black Israelites?
No, I missed that.
What?
You've never seen the angry black men that stand by the train station?
Oh, of course. On 125th.
The white man is the devil.
I forgot that our producer grew up in Harlem, so he's seen them.
But they're like that, almost like every like big
public access.
Right. But that's their name, the Black Israelites.
That's their name?
That's legit. That's their names.
I never knew that they were.
You just thought that they were just angry black people.
I just knew there was angry black people.
I always had
a microphone.
And they were reading some scriptures from some book. I don't know what book it's from.
And they'd be on the corner of like 125th and 7th Avenue, right across the street from the bootlegger, and they'd be in front of the train station.
So in Brooklyn, they're always at Utica and Eastern Parkway train station. That's the 3 and the 4 train if you're in Brooklyn. And they're always there, and they're always yelling at people, and I feel bad for all the white people that lives in that area because they're always like, the white man is the devil! Die! And then the man, he's just reading these scriptures, and the people just like walking by like scared as shit, like they're literally like, let me, sometimes they should go on the other side but they probably don't even know, like, hear the noise where it's coming from.
You ever seen a white person try to debate them back?
No!
You have?
They get eaten alive.
Oh, are you serious?
I literally never stopped for them until like Harlem started getting gentrified.
Oh.
And then I used to wait and watch the Europeans pass by and just be like
Europeans.
And this is the reason why I said what I said.
Needs to be no more gentrification. Welcome everyone to the Pro Wrestling Spotlight presents True Hill Heat 43. We are live at the True Hill Heat studios, and I am with, of course, the resident True Hill bottle girl, the resident True Hill princess, Miss Krssi Luv.
Okay, so homeboy from last week, he got to give me a True Hill bottle girl t-shirt.
Yeah.
And princess of
the True Hills.
Hills.
Yes, the princess of the True Hills.
With a shoe on it. With a high heel shoe.
Shouts out to Brian from the Weed and Wrestling podcast.
Yes.
He needs to work on the designs for the Krssi Luv merch that's coming to ProWrestlingTees.com/True Hills. But welcome everyone. If this is your first time watching True Hill Heat, we are a wrestling podcast, interactive. So if you are watching live on Facebook, please put your comments in the comments section. Please put your question in the comments section. And especially if you're a first-time viewer, put it's your first time watching True Hill Heat in the comments section because we definitely want to shout you out.
Yes,
we definitely
please.
talk to all you guys watching live on Facebook Live, and most especially our YouTube subscribers who are watching us on demand. So please put in the comments section for this podcast so you can get shout out on True Hill Heat 44.
Absolutely.
So Krssi Luv, it's been a crazy whirlwind week, and we got a crazy jam-packed weekend. We're going to be discussing the latest from the G1 Climax 29. Yes, that is a tournament, not a porno, like Krssi Luv says. And the finals of the G1 Climax 29, which is this Monday. We're going to be talking about NXT Takeover Toronto.
Are we live on this? I don't see the share link.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're live on the spotlight, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I believe so.
I would hope so. Our producer's in control of that. As well as SummerSlam 2019. And we're also going to be discussing rumors about NXT going to Fox Sports 1. We're also going to be discussing about AEW Week 2 and Week 3 on TNT. So we have a jam-packed show to get through. But first, Is
Sir?
there anyone watching from the Spotlight or the True Heels? We got a shout out before we get into how we start every True Heel Heat, which is our True Heel roll call.
Whoop whoop. Roll
Anyone?
call. Roll
Alex
call.
Santos says, first time watching True Heel Heat.
Where are you from, Alex?
Yeah, Alex, we want to know where you guys are from. If it's your first time watching, please shout out where you guys are from because we want to shout you out as well as where you're watching from as well. So this
Welcome.
Romeo says, what's the stupid ass shirt you're wearing? Switch channel.
Wow.
You can't switch the channel because you're watching on Facebook Live, Romeo. Too bad for you. You are watching, and you're going to have to... I hope that you completed your G1 binge watching because we're going to spoil everything that's happened so far, as well as preview this weekend's last two shows.
That's for Chris Gutierrez.
Chris Gutierrez.
And one quick question from Sir Joey Bigman Desir Reyes.
What a name.
That is beautiful, sir.
What do they win in the G1?
The G1 Climax, the G1 Climax 29 for New Japan. The winner receives a contract, a title shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Championship on January 4th or 5th for Wrestle Kingdom 14, which is going to be 2 nights in the Tokyo Dome
Austin?
in Japan.
Really? This is really you using those type of phrases, sir?
What
Really?
what phrase is he using?
I will not speak of those terms, sir.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
We're starting off crazy.
Is this his first time watching from Parts Unknown?
From Parts Unknown?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's from the same place as the Ultimate Warrior and all that good stuff. I'm just sharing on our couple of other pages right now for you guys. So you guys on the True Heels page, as well as the Jobber Cheers group page, as well as Wrestle Cave, can check us out live on the Spotlight Nation. But we got to get into our True Heel roll call. This is for our YouTube subscribers. This is for everyone supporting the Spotlight Nation, as well as the True Heels group page.
Arizona, yes.
As Krssi makes our drinks.
Ghetto, sorry.
I feel like she's a better bartender than Top Guy JJ. Shouts out to Top Guy JJ.
FYI, Sir Joey is a first-time watcher also from Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi! Yes! Corpus Christi, Texas. Coming out, checking out True Heel Heat.
The birthplace of Selena, isn't that correct?
What?
Selena...
Not Selena Gomez. Selena, the Mexican
I thought
singer.
she was Mexican.
Yeah, I thought she was...
No, she wasn't born in Mexico, was she?
I think she spent time in Corpus Christi. Our friend from Corpus Christi could probably tell us better. He could tell us all the famous people from
I could
there.
be wrong. I digress. Sorry.
Conversation starters. We're going to start off our True Heel roll call with, of course, the conversation starters where we shout out our top 3 conversation starters on the True Heels group page, formerly known as the True Heel Trinity. But it's been a whole mix and match. We've had new top 3 the last couple of weeks. But it's the same as last week. We got Beyond 3 Count's own...
Salud.
We got Beyond 3 Count's own NK. NK coming in at number 3. Number 2, we got the true face himself, Steve Salvage. And coming in back at number 1 once again this week is the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. A shout out to a couple of the True Heels. We got Jaquan James, True Heel Quan, who cracked the top.
Quan.
Yes, he cracked the top 10.
Do the Quan.
Off the rails already. Jaquan, he cracked the top 10 of our conversation starters due to his countdown, where he's counting down the title reigns of Randy Orton leading up into SummerSlam, with Randy Orton getting a shot at the WWE title at Kofi Kingston. He's been counting down each and every title reign for Randy Orton the last 13 days. So shouts out to him for cracking the top 10.
That's beautiful.
Alexander Joseph Pratt is another one that we got to shout out. Jason McCarthy, Clyde Deans, and Anthony Smith, formerly known as Mel Scott. You're going to have to explain that name change to the people here.
Mel Scott, what?
Mel Scott is now known as Anthony Smith on Facebook. Apparently, that is his artist name.
Gimmick change.
Gimmick change. It's a clear gimmick change.
Okay.
Our YouTube subscribers, we got to shout out Kiana S. and Kevin Brown, who just became subscribers to our YouTube channel. So shouts out to you guys. I hope you're commenting in the comment section for this podcast. And a quick plug for Battle Club Pro. Battle Club Pro will return to New York City in Brooklyn for Anything You Can Do show on September 28th. Don't worry, if you purchase tickets to the Hammerstein Ballroom for New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Battle Club Pro show will be starting early in the afternoon and it will be ending, so give you enough time to make it to Hammerstein Ballroom.
Wow, Wow. Okay.
Yes, they're giving a jam-packed show. We got a jam-packed day of wrestling on September 28th. And just added to that card is going to be the All-Father, Darius Carter, the man I interviewed just recently, going one-on-one with the first ever Icons champion from BCP, Jordan Grace. And also, Bad Apple Matt McIntosh, who was just at HOD High Intensity 8 last night. He's going to be versing Shotzi Blackheart from the Evolve, who was at the Evolve 10th anniversary. So that is Battle Club Pro, anything you can do on September 28th. Anything from the True Heels or the Spotlight before we get into our top news?
Okay, Sir Joey would like to know if the Bullet Club is still alive.
Yes, it is. The Bullet Club is alive and well. And we're going to be getting into why I'm wearing this shirt, because you guys got to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling Night 18 of the G1 Climax, and you will know why I'm wearing this shirt after tonight.
He'd also like to clarify, born and raised in Corpus, Selena was.
Thank you. Okay, I had my facts right. See?
So Krssi was right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, friend, and thank you for watching. I hope you'll be back more.
Kris Gutierrez would do anything for Selena.
Of course. Yo.
20 years after her death.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Chris. Totally. Put it down on these bitches out here.
And True Face Steve says, I agree with Krssi. That's why I just call it the G1.
The G1.
You guys are snobs. I can't say climax. It reminds me of a porno. Oh my God, you're ridiculous.
No, it just reminds me of a name of a porno that you would see. That's all. You know, on like Showtime, like middle of the night, you wake up, you go to the bathroom, you're like, what the fuck is that on the TV? And it's like one of the little soft porn shit. G1 Climax. I
really want you to find even a porno that is similar in the wording to that. I dare you. The Cinemax, it can be on Cinemax, it can be on Showtime, it can be on Playboy, it can be on Spice. I'll go through our first top news. We'll talk about that first topic for our top news, and then I'll give you enough time to look that up. All right. Okay. So we got to get into our top news story. Number one, we got to get into NXT potentially going to Fox Sports 1. WWE reportedly tentatively set to move NXT to Fox Sports 1 for a live show. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Uncle Dave Meltzer reports there's a current tentative plan to have NXT on Fox Sports 1 air Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. For those keeping track, they would be now a 2-hour show instead of the usual 1-hour show that is on the WWE Network.
Don't do it.
This would put NXT in direct competition with AEW on TNT. Uncle Dave Meltzer also expects this announcement to come shortly after SummerSlam. So with this announcement, there's a lot of other details involved. There's rumors about Raw and SmackDown superstars being on NXT when it potentially comes to FS1 to give it the star power. And also a little bit of bad news for our optimistic fans that believe in NXT, that love NXT. Vince McMahon would be getting more control and more focus on NXT if it does go to FS1. So this is why...
That is the beginning of the end for NXT.
This is why...
If he gets his hands on it, it's over.
When the idea was even talked about, when AEW first made there was a rumor that AEW was coming to TNT, and people first talked about, WWE's coming to Fox. NXT can go to FS1. This is exactly what I was thinking. Because I knew if it comes to a major network, there's no way that the control freak known as Vince McMahon would be able to stay away from NXT. So expect him to have more control, expect to have more main roster superstars on NXT than we really should have, and expect for Vince to find a way to put his imprint on NXT. Whether that's good or bad, I guess that's up to you to decide. So Krssi Luv, you have to take a break from your search for the G1 Climax porno name.
Okay.
What was your thoughts on this rumor for NXT coming to FS1?
It's a bad idea. I don't like it. Especially like you're gonna dumb it down now. It's not gonna be as authentic and good as it usually is from week to week. It's a bad idea, and then of course once Vince put his hands in it and it gets a hold of it, it's gonna be shit. Sorry. Let Triple H do what he does best. Let him do that. That's his own. Let him do that. Vince does not need to put anything remotely close to this stuff at all. Please, I beg of you. Triple H, if you watched anything or hear anything, please add him. Tell him about this. don't do it. I know that's your father-in-law and all that. Tell him no.
So what do you say to the fans that are still optimistic and they want? There's a large majority of the fan base for NXT that want this move, that want it to be live. Because a lot of people that even like NXT say that they have trouble watching it because it is a tape show. So sometimes you can know about the show a month in advance before it even happens.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you know the results and everything. So okay, well, I mean, guys, apples, oranges, like potato, like, come on, guys. I don't mean, what? Don't look online then. I don't know what to tell you. Like, spoilers, like, don't look online. I mean, you know that these things are taped. I mean, or you're just not going to watch them if you already found out what happens. I mean, you want to see a good match, then you'll watch it. So what? You find out who. I just think that it's going to be dumbed down and it's not going to be as good as it usually is. That's all. So, I mean, it's a great move, good for the brand. More people can watch it if they don't have access to
WWE Network. Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing, but I think that it going to that channel, it might dumb it down, and I don't know. I mean, and then and then it's like I feel like everyone that's on NXT is gonna try to like one up everyone. There's so many people that's on there. They want to do like it's such a good show. Everyone is just gonna try to outshine everyone else. So.
I definitely feel you on that, and especially with NXT coming to a network television, it doesn't give anybody like the incentive to get called up now. Honestly, to me, that's
like, what's the point? Yeah,
that's the whole point. And honestly,
and not for nothing, bring everyone that you brought up and put them back.
And there's but that's a detriment to the guys that are still on NXT because the plain fact that not a lot of wrestling fans want to admit, especially if you're a fan of NXT, these guys are poorly underpaid on NXT. They don't get paid as much as the guys on the main roster. Whenever you get called up to the main roster,
that's when you get your money.
You get a significant pay raise. There's basically a max on the amount of money that they can get in NXT. There's guys like Adam Cole, Matt Riddle, Johnny Gargano that came over from the Indies, made their name, and were able to get a bigger contract than the typical guys like that are just starting off, like an ACH or a Garza Jr. that just got signed. These guys are not getting paid as much as like Adam Cole, Matt Riddle, Johnny Gargano, and Adam Cole and Matt Riddle are not getting paid as much as Ricochet, who just got called up to the main roster, and they're definitely not, and Ricochet's definitely not getting paid as much as AJ Styles or Seth Rollins, who are a little bit up the card from him, even though he's feuding with AJ Styles right now, and he's on the same level as him. So,
right,
So it's all about the money, and I feel like this is a detriment. It's not even a
mid card anywhere no more.
This is a detriment to the future income of these guys on NXT.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy. If
are they gonna get this FS1 money?
That's what I'm hoping for. Is that if they make a move to FS1, that means everyone on NXT gets a pay raise.
Yeah.
Now they already are giving them longer contracts, giving them 5-year contracts because of AEW. AEW, thank you for that, for these guys getting longer contracts, but they need to get more money if they're going to be on FS1. That's my idea.
Health insurance. So what is it in this contract? Who are your attorneys?
Really bad ones, or WWE has the best attorneys in the world?
Gotta be. It's gotta be something.
What does the Spotlight and the True Hills think?
Their surgeries, like those shits are expensive.
Well, WWE sometimes will cover it, but not all the time.
All right, Jason Michael Campbell says, "Fuck Matt Riddle."
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
All right, fine.
We start off plain and simple.
All right, JMC, starting it out hot.
Izzy states, WWE pulling out all the stops to try and destroy AEW in any way. But as you can see, it's not working. AEW is white hot. The proof is in the pudding. No Cosby pun intended. In other words, they'll keep trying like a Wile E. Coyote / Roadrunner cartoon. You can tell which is which in this situation.
Was that one comment?
It's two, actually.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Right next to each other.
I was about to say, damn, Izzy, you let it rip in the comments section.
He's very passionate about it.
He's passionate about it. Izzy's always very passionate. He's a guy that likes all of wrestling. If it's good, Izzy's gonna watch and he's gonna support it. But I can tell right now, Izzy is getting stressed out by WWE because there's not a lot of good going on right now.
Chris says, Chris Gutierrez says, NXT will end up being ECW 3.0 if Vince has control.
That was my first thought. When I first heard this and I heard Vince is going to have more control, I was like, WWE ECW 2.0? Oh, ugh.
My heart hurts already.
And also, God damn it, pal! You can't be a Velveteen Dream! You can be the Silky Nightmare!
Silky Nightmare coming soon. That's gonna at least should be his finisher. Vince would make that his finisher at least. And Velvet, I'm sorry, if anyone deserves to be ruined by Vince McMahon without getting called up to the main roster, it's Velveteen Dream for that shameless dick sucking he did of Vince McMahon on Twitter a couple of months back, saying that, oh no, these guys that are complaining about creative just didn't make it work. You gotta make whatever work. There's guys with silly gimmicks who have made it work in the past. Yes, about 20 years ago, Patrick. 20 fucking years ago, Patrick. There hasn't been anyone in the last decade that has had a stupid gimmick and made it work outside of R-Truth. It's just true.
Someone very touchy already.
I'm just saying, Patrick, he needs a talking to. I've supported Patrick since Tough Enough season, but that ridiculous dick sucking he did of Vince McMahon makes him the number one person who deserves to be ruined by Vince McMahon.
Really?
Yeah. That's how I feel. Okay. I'm very passionate about that.
I see. Very.
Just saying. Anything else from the Spotlight, True Hills? All right, so we can move on to our next top news topic. If you're watching on YouTube, please put in the comment section what you guys think of NXT going to FS1. We're sure to talk about that as we move forward to October when AEW premieres on TNT. We know sooner or later we're going to hear that news about NXT going to FS1.
Oh, God, no.
But speaking of AEW on TNT, week 2 and week 3, the locations have been announced. They announced this week on Being the Elite that week 2, 10-9 will be in Boston, Massachusetts. And then week 2, 10-16 will be in Philadelphia. So they are running through the East Coast. Week 1 will be in Washington, D.C. Week 2 in Boston. Week 3 in Philadelphia. And then last night at House of Glory High Intensity 8, they made an announcement, a match announcement for week 2 in Boston for the first round of the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament. It will be the Young Bucks going up against Private Party. So if you were live in New York for that match at House of Glory, you know how great it can be. And now there's going to be millions of people worldwide able to see it on TNT. Yeah. So what were your thoughts on the announcement for Boston and Philly being the week 2 and week 3 locations, and then the announcement for Private Party versus the Young Bucks?
Yeah, like you said, they're going to be all up and down probably this East Coast side for the first couple of months, I'm sure. They're going to be, and they're probably also going to sell out if they didn't already.
Well, next Friday is when they go on sale. Is when tickets go on sale for Boston and Philadelphia.
Everybody get your robots together because you need those tickets if you're going to go out there.
You need your phone, computer, iPad.
Word. I mean, your friend's phone. I mean, I don't know. But pretty much AEW, it's what, just like Izzy said, it's hot right now. It's the new thing. Everybody wants to go to at least one of the new shows. I went to show number 3. I went to show number 1. Like, everyone is trying to be a part of this big momentous moment that's happening right now for all us wrestling people. So it's very exciting, and it's just more to come from them. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm surprised they didn't give out their whole list of the whole roster for like the next 6 months coming.
I mean,
they might as well.
The craziest part for me in all of this is that there are really a large number of wrestling fans that have never experienced this. Like, we as people that grew up as wrestling fans, we experienced this as kids with WCW, ECW being around, and especially with WCW being on TNT, you know. We could turn back and forth. This is the first time for a large amount of wrestling fans that there is actual competition.
We didn't have much, like, this whole internet thing and this whole streaming stuff, like, we didn't have that when we had those Monday night wars going on. So this right here is really, really big. And it's something finally to put a fire underneath WWE, if it even does anything like ignite or anything or whatever. Let's see. But I'm excited, and it should be something really exciting. Like even the kids like now can see what we had to do. Like, we had to change our channels back and forth to watch what was happening. Like, we didn't, and then if we would miss something, we was like, oh crap, what did we miss?
But the kids nowadays and the younger people, they actually have the benefit of they get to choose who they want to watch live and who they want to DVR.
Yes, you're right.
They don't have to go through what we went through.
You're absolutely right, because we had to actually like have our VCR set to record it, just in case we did not.
Or
if
you remember the old TVs where it had the smaller picture in the
picture,
side, and then you had the bigger picture. I used to do that with WCW.
Yes. If you had the more advanced TVs, you remember? Because not all the TVs did it, and then your cable provider didn't provide that as well.
Exactly.
So if you was like in Brooklyn, you had Cablevision. Sometimes if you got that up to date box, then you probably got it. So. Yeah, they can stream it. They can either, matter of fact, they can even watch it on their phones or their iPads.
That's also true.
On their laptops.
That's also true.
If you have your cable,
stream,
you can
with
stream
cable, through your phone. So it's amazing the amount of apps.
They all got apps. So I'm just saying, your cable provider will also show it on those things. So you have options. So you can watch it on your phone, or you can watch it on TV live. You can DVR it. iPad. You can YouTube it later. Hulu.
Tablet.
I mean,
you got so many different options.
They have so many options. Yeah, I'm jealous now. It's sad. I mean, but you had to be there when we got up, because I think it was a little bit better almost.
Oh, of course. It was the hottest time in professional wrestling back in the day, but this is the hottest that it's been since that time.
Exactly. Like we haven't had anything exciting since then.
So what do you think about the fact that AEW is running this show in Boston? The first match they announced in Boston. The first match they announced is the Young Bucks versus Private Party. I'm not going to too much discuss that match because we both know that's going to be a great match. Mm-hmm. But what is it to say about the state of wrestling and the state of these two companies when that's the first match announced for Boston? That's going to be used as a drawing point to sell tickets for Boston. And SummerSlam this Sunday has 14 matches. None of them are tag matches.
What the? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just the difference between the two companies. Just a slight difference. And it's not comparing. It's not saying one is wrong, the other is right. But it
just shows you that they pick and choose what they want to have like love for at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like they pick and choose, last pay-per-view, I think we did have tag matches.
Yeah, they had both tag team titles on the line.
Right. This time we don't, so there's more important match. The writing, everyone sucks at WWE right now. I'm sorry.
Especially on the main roster.
It's on the and then like 1 week we might not have any women fight, but then we'll have them just like talk, and they'll have like something. Now this week we did have women fight or whatever, but we have more talking. It's just like They be piggybacking. Is not consistent. The work is not consistent, and there's no reason why at least one match should be at least one of the tag teams. At least one.
And especially
you have so many good tag teams that you have.
That's my whole point.
Sitting in the back, just sitting down. Like why should I show up to work? Can I have the day off?
You got the Revival. You got they seem to be pushing the OC. The OC win the Raw tag team titles, and then they're not even on the show. So
and then my whole thing is like, okay, I'm sure they're gonna be out there to help AJ. Make the storyline complete, like make it consistent. If we're going to make this a faction, WWE was beautiful when it had factions. Why don't we have factions? I don't understand it. Like, and now your whole point is like, this is the original OC. Like, okay, you're going to push this original OC, then let's make them a problem. Let them cause a whole bunch of fucking ruckus all over the place in the arena. Let them be beating up people for no reason.
I mean, I miss the days that a stable was used to get the guys in the stable over.
Right.
It seems like stables are put together strictly for reasonings that have nothing to do with getting them over. Like the Shield. The Shield was put back together to sell merch and to sell pay-per-views. The OC was strictly made, and I dare any devoted WWE mark to argue logically against this, but the OC was literally put together to spite the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega for not signing with WWE. I dare anyone to come up with a more compelling and logical argument than that. Because that seems like the only reason.
Former members of the whole crew, everyone, the wrestling community, everyone knows each other. Whether in passing, whether like you met them maybe once or twice. But everyone knows each other, so they know like what's going on.
She knows how to multitask. She's talking to you guys at the same time, making the drinks.
And it's like come on, and like you said, this is the original OC, and they made these horrible T-shirts that's almost like replicas of the T-shirts that they put out once AEW was made. Yep. Let's call a spade, because those T-shirts is just. I mean, I wish I had one in front of me so I can show you guys. if y'all didn't see what it looked like, but it got some animal on it. I can't even know what it is. But it's just a replica of like what was already done.
And
like,
they don't even know what the OC stands for.
Right.
They literally have to give us the original, the only club that matters, the OC. Like, make up your damn mind. What is it?
The OC is a show that was on WB11.
No, it was actually on Fox, and I'll explain the whole story. All right, it's about Ryan Atwood, aka AJ Styles, and he lived in Chino, California. He gets in a little bit of trouble. His mother just abandons him, so he has to get adopted by this lawyer named Sandy Cohen, aka Finn Balor, so we'll name Sandy Cohen
really?
Finn Balor.
You're not gonna do that. You're not doing that.
His son Seth Cohen, aka Luke Gallows, basically becomes best friends with Ryan, aka AJ, and Ryan also meets Marissa, aka Wendy. So, like, you know,
I'm done with you. Are you serious right now? Like,
I'll explain more of the OC on the next episode of True Hill Heat, but that is all you will get for now. You got Marissa playing the role of Wendy, you got Ryan playing the role of AJ, you got Seth playing the role of Luke Gallows, and you got Sandy playing the role of Finn Balor.
You know what? Jesus Christ.
I'm good at this.
No, stop it, please.
I'm good at this. But yes, I think that it's crazy that the Young Bucks and Private Party is the top match built for Boston.
But for this whole episode, like, we don't even know what else is on the card yet. Yeah. But we know that this match is coming.
Exactly.
And this is what? How many months in advance? What, 3?
Two months in advance.
2 months in advance?
And it's the only match they have announced so far with tickets going on sale on Friday.
Friday.
It says a lot. Anything from the Spotlight and the True Heels.
All right. Jason Michael Campbell, going back a bit. Chris Gutierrez must be a Matt Riddle mark. He just gave me the angry face emoji. and he follows up with, he needs to learn how to keep his mouth shut.
Ooh.
I know he can't back it up against the guys he's talking about.
What?
Whoa, who? Matt Riddle? Oh, he's talking about, he's angry about Matt Riddle making comments about Goldberg. Then Matt Riddle also made comments about Chris Jericho. If you've been paying attention to social media, yeah, I got you. Matt Riddle has actually been in a social media war with Chris Jericho because Chris Jericho told him to listen and learn, and Matt Riddle said, "I will beat your ass in a real fight," basically. And
these people are so disrespectful.
All Chris Jericho did was make fun of Matt Riddle's goofy face in response. That's all he did is make.
Rightfully so. It is ugly.
He made a 30-second video just making of Matt Riddle's goofy face. Chris Jericho, that was the ultimate clap.
Yo, Chris Jericho is like the ultimate GOAT, yo. Seriously, like, he can't, even with his bad commercials during his podcast, he's still good.
Omaha steak.
Right. Hey guys, let me tell you what these Omaha steaks I just got for Father's Day. It's amazing. And when I put them on the grill, you know that just right. So I only order from Omaha Steaks. Make sure you get that code Jericho. And go from there. Now you know I sound just like it, right?
That's exactly how it sounds.
Okay.
Anything else?
Chris Gutierrez says OC was a terrible show, and the Pops had the thickest eyebrows in TV history.
He did, but the show was amazing, Chris. Chris, you probably watched one episode, so you're not a good judge of it, but it was an amazing episode, and it would have taught you exactly why AJ is teaming back up with Seth Cohen and Summer. So you guys pay attention to the next chapter of me explaining the OC correlation to the WWE's OC.
And Sir Joey says he would like to add very eloquently, nerds!
Yeah, that's what I would call the OC. Yes, they're a bunch of nerds. They're a bunch of nerds naming themselves after a hit Fox TV show.
Because they can't use that word. I mean, the group name, because it's.
They can use the club. The club was fine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Because they did say they only a club that exists, so they could say the club. But even that just sounds corny. Like,
yes, it does.
It sounds horrible. Like, let's make a new name. I don't know, but like.
Hey, they tried Balor Club and they were together for like a month. So WWE, I'm sorry, if WWE doesn't come up with the idea, it's not gonna be done well. It just isn't. Anything else?
They don't want no one else to come up with but them. It's only them. So. Yeah.
All right, Chris with a good Jericho transition. R.I.P. to that promoter. He was a well guy. You know what else is well? My Omaha Steaks.
Now the worst one for me is when he promotes the kitty litter. When he promotes the cat litter, he's like, my cat loves this stuff. My cat just stays.
Do you even have a cat, dude? Like, are you sure?
We got 3 cats.
You gonna get the Krssi Jericho cat litter?
I might have to.
You might have to.
You have the cats, yeah, you do.
See, our producer will give his own review of Krssi Jericho's cat litter on the next edition of True Hill Heat.
I'm gonna use promo code Jericho.
There you go.
There you go.
Smart man. We got to get through a couple of the other top news that we got to discuss. Jimmy Uso not allowed in Toronto, and Uso's SummerSlam access meet and greet was canceled. This is all due to Jimmy Uso's DUI that happened a couple of weeks ago. He was not allowed to cross the border into Canada because of that.
Really?
Yes.
That's probably why we don't have. Well, that's one of the tag champions right there.
Probably why we don't have a Raw Tag Team title match. Maybe, I don't know.
So basically, so the judge wouldn't allow him to go to Canada. Yeah, you need permit. See, this goes back to that episode what I said, Nick. You messing up people money and your people time. Like people wanted to see you, and you messing up money and time.
And you making John Cena look like Negro Damas.
You know what?
Yes, I said it.
Negro Damas. If you guys don't know what that is from, you should Google it.
Yes,
it's great. It's one of the high episodes in epic
in history
skits of like Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
NWA National Wrestling Alliance splits from Ring of Honor ROH. I wonder why.
We've been saying this for like how many episodes now?
What happened? They split?
Yeah, they split from ROH, ending their partnership. This took NWA off of ROH Summer Supercard, which we're going to be covering a little bit later. And now NWA will be filming a weekly TV in Atlanta with the network yet to be announced. This was announced by Billy Corgan earlier this week. So NWA is potentially coming to network television coming soon.
Oh, great. Now we have another one that's coming?
Another one.
Great.
Storm Wrestling Academy, the wrestling school for Lance Storm. It will close down at the end of the year. Storm Wrestling Academy has the such stars trained there as Peyton Royce, Tyler Valkyrie, as well as Tyler Breeze. Is finally closing up shop as Lance Storm transitions to his next stage in his career. Joe Henry, the star from the UK, he was on Defiant as well as World Culture Pro Wrestling. He has signed with Ring of Honor recently. Mm-hmm. Amazing Red, the trainer for HOD, a pioneer of the TNA X Division and of Cruiserweight Wrestling. He has announced that he will be coming out of retirement to compete for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Super J Cup in the USA this year. It's going to be in Tacoma, Washington, as well as Long Beach, California. Boston will host SummerSlam 2020 at the TD Garden Arena in Boston, Massachusetts.
I heard about this. They wanted to do it at the baseball field, but they can't do a whole weekend full of stuff because of the Red Sox.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry. Makes sense.
I wasn't going to Boston anyway, but for whatever.
It makes sense to me. I saw on the Spotlight Nation our good friend JJL. He talked about SummerSlam potentially coming to Yankee Stadium. That's never going to happen. I'm just going to say it now. That's never going to happen. I've been wanting WrestleMania or a big wrestling event to come to Yankee Stadium for years. It's never going to happen.
That would be actually great. Amazing. It has the space for it.
It would be amazing for me. I live 5 blocks away. I can walk. I can walk and walk back. I want that, but it's not going to happen.
That's selfish, first of all.
Yeah.
Not even you don't want to just to come to the city. You just wanted to come to the stadium. Mind you, they have concerts there, so why not have the wrestling there? They do boxing matches there. They've done it all. Didn't they have UFC there too?
No. They had UFC in Madison Square Garden.
I saw Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer there.
At Yankee Stadium?
Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
Big Four.
Jay-Z and Eminem was at Yankee Stadium as well. So
Beyonce went to Met Stadium, I think.
Yeah, MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
So, hey,
MetLife, yeah.
Yeah,
but didn't she go to Shea Stadium too, though?
Maybe at Citi Field, maybe.
Citi Field, that's what I guess. AKA Shea Stadium. It's in Queens. Come on,
same difference.
Don't be disrespectful.
I agree. No offense to you. Like we said before, Matt Riddle has been getting in a social media war.
What's with these people in the social media wars?
Well, Matt Riddle just doesn't respect the old wrestlers. It seems like he's got into it with now Goldberg, with Booker T, and now Chris Jericho.
All right, sucker. Let's listen.
I love Matt Riddle, but he's doing a little bit too much.
He's doing a little too much. You need to take a seat just like Seth Rollins. We're gonna put you on the sick and the shut-in list, and we're gonna pray for you, and we're gonna need you to sit down.
I kept the same energy with Velveteen Dream.
So we're gonna add him. So
now
now we have Matt Riddle. We have Seth Rollins. Who else we need to add on that list?
Velveteen Dream, like I said before. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be opening his mouth. If you're not on the main roster, there is not. I'm sorry, you should not be talking about.
Okay.
You should not be talking about. Okay. Oh, you need to make it work until you're on the main roster and you make it work. Shut your mouth.
So this is going to be a part of our segments where we're going to look at the sick and the shut in and see if we can take them off. All right. Okay. But we need to pray for them. So we said Matt Riddle. Yes. Matt Riddle, Mr. You said Seth SR.
Rollins. Yes.
We said
Velveteen Dream.
VD. Next topic.
Boom. And finally, our last news topic. Casino Battle Royale will return to AEW at All Out in Chicago. It will determine who gets a shot at the All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship. Just announced for this on the road to All Out was Teal Piper, who's the daughter of Roddy Piper.
Her name is Teal, like the color?
Yes. She'll be making her pro wrestling debut. Teal Piper will be making her pro wrestling debut, the daughter of Roddy Piper. Eva Lise.
That must hurt them so bad. That must hurt Vince's heart.
I know Vince is like, I don't care, I got Ronda. Eva Lise will be in the Casino Battle Royale. Eva Lise, who just left.
Excuse me while I vomit.
Eva Lise, who just left Lucha Underground after a lot of controversy. She'll be debuting in AEW in the Casino Battle Royale at All Out. And the returning former WWF Women's Champion and former NWA Women's Champion, Jazz. The one of the baddest women in the history of professional wrestling. Jazz will be debuting in AEW at the Casino Battle Royale on August 31st at All Out.
Wow.
This is going to be a big one. We're going to be previewing that. I'm going to be live in Chicago for All Out in 3 weeks' time. I'm going to have special guests. We're going to have the
that's Labor Day weekend, right?
Huh?
That's Labor Day weekend, right?
Yes, Labor Day weekend. I'll be live at in Chicago for All Out.
We'll be off that weekend, but you'll be still live there.
Krssi Luv will have the weekend off. Top Guy JJ will have the weekend off. So I will be live from Chicago, not on my own. I'll be joined by Stat King. The Stat King will be back with me in Chicago. A 1 year anniversary of his first appearance on True Hill Heat.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, he'll be back with me.
Okay.
And then someone that we mentioned in our True Hill roll call, True Hill Quan. True Hill Quan will make his debut on True Hill Heat in Chicago.
Jaquan?
Yes, Jaquan. Jaquan will be on True Hill Heat for the first time ever, and maybe we'll have him hit the Quan.
Yes, you should. You should have that when he walks in. You should have that plan for him.
There we go. So before we get into what we missed, let's hear from the Spotlight and the True Hills.
Jason Michael Campbell says, "I'm betting on the NWA is going to be a crap show."
I mean, you're probably right. I mean, odds say it's in your favor. So.
Chris Gutierrez says, fun fact, they don't do shows in Yankee Stadium because that requires every employee to step into that godforsaken borough with rubber suits.
You shut your mouth, you dirty, rotten Mets fan. Chris Gutierrez is a Mets fan, so don't take his comments seriously.
No, no one likes to go to the Bronx, sir. Sorry.
I don't like to go to Brooklyn. I'll be honest.
Yep. Hey.
And that's only people from Brooklyn and Queens that don't like to go to the Bronx. People from Bronx and Harlem don't like to go to Brooklyn and Queens.
I have to pay to get in there. Your borough, which is unfair, is so sad. Like, why should I have to pay to go in one of the 5 boroughs? It's disgusting.
Word. Austin says Riddle looks like he only buys natural light beer.
That's a good one. But he smokes a lot of weed. So.
Steve Salvage says, so is there any word on Piper and Ronda with Piper's dad's legacy?
I don't think there's like a contract that Ronda signed to use the rowdy gimmick. The rowdy gimmick was given to Ronda. It was given to her because that's basically what she wanted to use as her name in MMA, and Roddy Piper gave it to her. So it's not about Teal Piper can't use the rowdy or can't come out with the kilt and stuff.
Doesn't matter to me.
It's nothing like that. It's not a conversation that needs to be had. It's really a moot point. Teal.
2 more things. Chris adds, don't put that sexist on the show, Jaquan.
Yes, Jaquan is a sexist, so I will make sure.
Really?
Yes.
So why are we even mentioning his name?
I will make sure that we will only get his predictions for the women's matches at All Out. That's what we're gonna make him make a choice. We're gonna make him make a choice and say positive things about women.
And he seems like such a nice person, but now that I hear this, I don't know.
He's a sexist.
And Austin says Stat King knows how many times Michael Cole has said the big dog.
In 2019, so Stat King, if you're watching this on demand on YouTube or watching this live, we're gonna need an accurate count of how many times Michael Cole has said the big dog since his return from leukemia in February.
First of all, what they're doing with him right now is retarded.
Oh my God, that Roman, who is trying to murder Roman Reigns is my favorite storyline in WWE right now because it's so outrageously ridiculous.
And
it's the funniest shit on WWE.
Samoa Joe goes from angry person to face in like 2.5 seconds.
Yo, that shit was
And then
hilarious.
he must have seen Hobbs and what's the name?
Hobbs and Shaw?
Hobbs and Shaw because he kept saying oos. You never said oos before.
He's like, yo, stay down, Oos. Yo, get a medic! Get a medic! Hey, yo.
No, don't move, Oos. Like, are you alright? Like,
so first
you just wanted to fight him. Like, now you're concerned about him? I'm confused.
So
you said the show wasn't going to. I'm sorry to segue into that part. That's not on our roster right now, but that is just the most insane. First of all, the whole falling incident, trash. Just horrible. Then the whole car. First of all, no one is messing up a good car, so they get a Prius. Is that what it was? A Prius? Was it? Was I?
Wait! If it was a Prius, then it definitely was a Daniel Bryan. It definitely was Daniel
Bryan. Was then maybe he hired someone then.
Well.
Daniel Bryan was in the ring, but then they said that it was Daniel Bryan and.
No. He said it was. Buddy Murphy said it was Rowan. So if it was a Prius, it definitely was Rowan or Daniel Bryan.
Rowan got to do with it?
It definitely was Daniel. So basically, all I will say is
the
that
other guy left, right? Or is he still on contract?
Who?
The guy that was the bludgeon brother, that was injured too.
No. He's still under contract because they haven't released him from his contract, even though he wanted to get released. They haven't released him from his contract,
but it's just,
so they just let him sit at home.
That has got to be the worst storyline right now. No,
it's the best. It's the best. Like 24/7 storyline was the best one to me because it was just comedy in WWE that works. But I'm sorry, the only thing that works more than 24/7 comedy to WWE is unintentional comedy. And that's what this whole Who Murdered Roman Reigns storyline is. Like the whole shit with the forklift driver dropping the shit on him. We literally see... Wait, let me just say this. We literally see the shit fall on Roman Reigns. Camera cuts away, camera comes back, Roman's up. Roman said, they like, are you okay? No, it missed me. My nigga, you were under there. You were under there.
Like literally, this is him, and this is the bean. Like, he's like, okay, hey, I'm going to lay here while this stuff falls down on me. Great. Should I get up or should I just move more while more stuff falls down on me?
No,
but he's literally like, you know how they have like the ball pits at like I'm showing my age. Discovery Zone. We used to have that. Is that Chuck E. Cheese?
DZ.
DZ. I used to love DZ.
Where you could go out and be on your own.
The fact that our producer knows every word to that song is hilarious.
But it's like, you know how you have you have the little things that you got to crawl in, like the little tunnels. Like, as a matter of fact, the McDonald's like play zones, like that. You know, you got the little zones and you got to like go through the stuff. And it's like he's literally like in one of those little tunnels and something fell on him. And it's like, oh wait, something fell on me, but not really. But I'm okay. But you need to get checked out though. Like,
and he's like, nah, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Like, just he's like, but he looks like totally like.
And he keeps looking behind him.
Right, but who, dude, you can act better than this. Like, you act for a living. Like, I know you can do better than this. Like,
but let me just continue with
like,
the unintentional comedy of this shit. So
like,
we start off raw. So over the weekend on Twitter, so social media seems to be selling a different story than on TV because social media,
they're not hand in hand. Like, who, like. Someone made this up. I don't know if it was someone WWE or maybe it's just like one of the people, one of the fans. Someone did this. What it's like something totally like who tried to kill Roman Reigns or who attempted to kill him. Like, I don't even know how it was worded, but it was retarded. And then like you go on the show and it's just like,
No, but
Michael Cole
on social media, they said that basically it was a replacement forklift driver, and then Roman went out and said, "I love the WWE crew. I love all the crews. It was just an honest accident. I don't really care." And then we start off Raw with Samoa Joe saying, "Roman Reigns thinks it's me." No, he doesn't. He doesn't think it was you. He thinks it was an accident.
And then
why are you even?
Right? Then he's like, "Oh, the show's not going to start until he gets out here." Like, my nigga.
It apologizes for not thinking you're the killer.
My nigga, nobody got to talk to you. Like, we don't have to come out and speak to, like right now. Like, dude, like, ooh, what are you talking about? You probably on that same shit your cousins is on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably need to stay out of Canada too. Like, maybe you need to stay home. I don't understand. You're drinking that stuff. I don't know.
Then he comes out and he confronts him in the parking lot. The Prius comes and crashes into his car. We took a commercial break. We come back from commercial. The car doesn't have a dent in it. The car does not have a dent in it. Go back and watch the tape.
Damn, I think I deleted that episode. Damn, I gotta find it.
When Triple H comes and checks on Roman, the car does not have a dent in it.
First of all,
the car doesn't have a dent in it.
Why is Triple H out there?
I don't know.
Shouldn't he be out in the back controlling something else? Like, and then my whole thing is like, wait, wasn't he outside of the car first? Or did he
jumped in.
Then he jumped in the car?
He jumped into the car that was being hit. Instead of coming up.
Instead of moving to the side where Joe was at. Like, I didn't understand that. But, like, the car hit the whole back side, not the front. Like, whoever was driving that car, you did a hard, like.
You could have aimed for the door Roman was at least. Like, I don't know.
Like, make the door come off. Like, make the door, like. I guess they didn't want to pay that much for the car. I don't know.
Then the scene on SmackDown with him interrogating Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, like, that was
Buddy Murphy's like, even if I do know, I would never tell you. Get his ass beat for like 1 minute, and then he's like, nah, I'm a snitch, Rowan. Yo, I'm sorry. This might be my favorite storyline in recent WWE history.
Really?
It might be my favorite. But that's not.
We're gonna put top SP3 on the sick and shut-in list right now.
What?
If you guys have anyone else that you want me to put on the sick and shut-in list, please put it in the chat.
Before we run through
SP3, I got 4 right now.
Before we run through,
and we gonna say
what we missed, anything from the spotlight in the True Hills.
Austin says that Buddy Murphy snitched quicker than the people on the first 48.
Facts. Quicker than Chris Hansen interrogating somebody. That's how quick Buddy Murphy.
Yo, remember those shit?
Ness says,
great TV. If you didn't like, if that's an original Ratchet TV right there. That is original Ratchet TV at its finest. Chris Hansen. Oh my God! Like everyone knows who fucking Chris Hansen is, and you still go and talk to the little girls. God damn it, you dummies! Oh,
dumb-dumbs.
Ness says Rowan better not have his big ass in no damn Prius. He can't even fit in one.
That's what I'm saying. He can't even fit in a damn. But Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah. Anything else?
Izzy says WWE is basically a flip-flop Bizarro land that will erase anything that mattered to the logic of wrestling fans. This is what happens when you have Vince rip a script and have people rewrite it before and during the show. Except for a few segments, i.e. Firefly, Funhouse, and 24/7.
I'm sorry. I love when Vince rewrites shit because it makes these WWE marks like have their head explode.
Who rewrite what now? He did.
He rewrote the script for SmackDown the last 3 weeks, like literally at like 6 p.m. before the show went on air at 8 p.m.
So like, what is the point of you hiring Bischoff?
No, it's Bischoff was only thing Bischoff was hired for. I keep hearing people, oh, Bischoff's just hired to be executive producer, to talk to the Fox executives. Oh, Heyman's just been brought on to basically give some creative ideas. No. Heyman and Bischoff were brought on because WWE knew they were going into significant losses on this last quarter. They knew they were down in revenue. They knew they were down in TV ratings. They knew they were down in live attendance. They knew they were down in fan interest. So to say, we brought back the two names that made us the best company we could be when they were competition, and now they're going to be on our side 25 years later after their most successful time period of their careers. The stockholders was like, "Oh, you guys are actually making improvements to the product. This is great." Heyman, yeah, we know Paul Heyman, we know Eric Bischoff. This is great. Logically, that's the only reason why Heyman and Bischoff were brought on. They knew they were going to have losses, and they knew they had to tell the stockholders something.
Because they was, yeah. They was all gonna pull out.
Exactly.
No pun intended.
Pun intended.
But
What we missed is a lot. We missed a lot of different events. The G1 Climax, of course, nights 13 through 17. We're going to cover right before we get into the preview for the final 2 nights. So first, I will start off with AAA. AAA in Mexico had their biggest event of the year, which was Triple Mania 27. Triple Mania 27 in a beautiful arena out in Mexico City. Our good friend Reiko of the podcast was out there live. A lot of big news happened on the event. We saw the pro wrestling debut of MMA fighter and former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez. And my God, Cain Velasquez surprised everyone. Cain Velasquez, we thought he would come in and be more of like a Brock Lesnar type or a Ronda Rousey using his MMA background. And he went to a lucha company that does lucha libre. He came out in a mask, which made no sense to me because I'm sorry. He's Cain Velasquez. You should show his face. But we knew who he was. He came out in a mask and he was doing freaking springboards. He's doing lucha moves. He's doing lucha arm drags. He impressed the hell out of me. He teamed with Cody Rhodes and Psycho Clown to defeat Tejano Jr. and Torres and Killer Cross. He got the win with the Kimura at the end. Cain Velasquez went out there and surprised the world. And I would not be surprised if Cain Velasquez winds up in AEW down the road if this is something that he really wants to do with professional wrestling. The Lucha Bros.
Oh, you need to put WWE on the sickness shutting list. Sorry.
Yeah, you do too. You need to add them. If I'm on the list, you got to add them as well.
And NXT.
NXT too. Yes, because they're going.
We got one, two.
If they're going to
FS1. Romeo said put Sasha Banks on there too.
Sasha Banks. Oh,
1,
SP.
2,
Yes,
3, 4,
for
5,
sure.
6, 7.
For sure.
We have 7 right now, guys.
We got
Let
7
me know
on the
who
list.
else you want me on the sickness shutting list.
Put in the comment section who you want her to put on the list. We're gonna give the full list at the end of the podcast.
Yep.
Also at Triple Mania, you had the Lucha Bros defeat Laredo Kid. Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid
Lucha Bros
defeat.
still fighting people?
Yes, of course. They're still feuding with the Young Bucks and the Elite. They defeated Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks at Triple Mania.
I can't keep count with this whole back and forth. Like one, this is AEW, one is this time.
Well, AAA and AEW have a partnership.
Okay,
so that's why
makes
the guys from the Elite were on this show.
Perfect.
And this does preview the huge ladder match at All Out between the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks.
Coming up,
yes.
Beautiful.
And the Lucha Bros. Yes, the Lucha Bros and Laredo
Labor Day
Kid.
weekend.
Yep.
Saturday.
August 31st.
Got it. Okay.
They got their win back from Fyter Fest back in June.
So is it double one up now? They got one each?
Well, I think the overall record in tag team competition between the two teams is 2-2.
Okay.
It was the Lucha Bros that defeated the Young Bucks
first
back in 2016 in PWG.
Okay.
Then it was the Young Bucks who defeated the Lucha Bros in Mexico to win the AAA tag team titles.
Each, right.
Then the Young Bucks beat them at Double or Nothing to defend the AAA tag team
2-1.
titles. And then the Lucha Bros got the titles back in Mexico in June. So it's 2-2.
2 up.
2-2.
It's like the championship, like the basketball finals.
It's like a best of 5 series.
Best of 5, exactly.
But this time, the 5th game is a ladder match.
Ooh, we love ladder matches.
Exactly.
So great.
Also a match
In color.
Also a match day preview after the match with the 6-man. Kenny Omega challenged Phoenix to have a shot at the AAA Mega Championship. So a lot of the rumors say this is going to happen in Mexico. Myself, I am hoping to God it happens in New York City at the MSG show in September. That would be huge.
Wait, so September, what day is that? September what?
That's a week after the MSG shows for Raw and SmackDown.
That's why they keep him up. We're finally back home.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out.
Exactly. After New Japan and ROH sold it out, after AAA sold it out.
Which are not still sold out. Nobody wants to go to fucking Garden.
Well, no. Well, Raw and SmackDown it's getting close. It's getting close to
it's not sold out yet.
No.
The other shows sold out completely.
Yeah.
You're trying to get there. See, that's the point that they're trying to make. Like, you can't do this. You don't do it.
Because they neglected MSG for so long.
Right. And then you try to do some underlying petty shit to like try to stop people from going there, and they still say, you know what? Ha ha, aha.
Right to your face.
To your face.
And then we also had in the main event for Triple Mania, it was Blue Demon Jr. defeating Dr. Wagner Jr. in a hair versus mask match.
What is DDS? What's going on?
Well, Dr. Wagner Jr. is a legend in Mexico. He got his head shaved. He was bloody. He was a mess, and he said that
sounds like my kind of match. Okay.
He will be retiring after this match. So.
Okay, so most likely he'll lose.
Definitely, if you haven't seen Triple Mania, check that out. It was Blue Demon Jr. who got the win in that main event match. But check out if you haven't watched it already. Last night, we were live, me and the producer, as well as some of our good friends from the Jobber Tears podcast.
The whole damn crew was there. What do you mean?
The whole New York wrestling
the whole alliance was there, like, in droves. What are you talking about?
It was a sold out NYC arena.
Right, like y'all sold out most of the damn show.
Our True Hill Heat admins, Jessica as well as Josh was out there as well.
Please.
High Intensity 8, one of the better shows for HOG. I would say the best HOG show in over a year. It was main evented by the Young Bucks defeating the Private Party in the Young Bucks' final indie appearance, and it was Private Party's farewell.
You know what I think about Private Party, right?
What do you think about Private Party? Let's hear this. Let's hear your thoughts on Private Party. I want to hear this.
So, you know, Sierra had a song called Private Party, right? Like that was like one of her last songs that she had with her X-Man Future.
Yeah.
So I think about like that song when I hear Private Party.
So you think about domestic abuse?
First of all, wow, whoa.
You're not talking about that ex.
No.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Jesus. Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
What? I thought you were talking about Chris Brown.
No, first of all, Chris Brown never went with Sierra.
Oh, I thought you said Rihanna. My fault. I'm totally lost. Oh, you're talking about Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson or Future?
Okay, we're gonna need you to get some Q-tips and clean.
What Sierra went out with Future, right?
So, yes, Future wrote that song, "A Private Party," for her.
He did.
Yes.
I didn't. My music intelligence is from the early 2000s. If anything happened in post 2010.
So when I think of Private Party, I think of that song, and that was like their last, song she had with him before they broke up. Do you know? Fun fact. Sorry, Sierra has had a song with all her boyfriends, and they all have broken up with her. Well, she's broken up with them. Bow Wow.
Well, Bow Wow. They just don't know the way to move so fast across the floor.
You had Lil Bow Wow first, then you had 50 Cent, then you had Future. Like her, she can't do songs with men she, sleeps with.
I'm just saying, but did we ever prove if Sierra was hermaphrodite or not?
Wow.
Whoa.
What? I heard that rumor. You never heard that rumor that Sierra was a hermaphrodite?
I mean, I probably heard it here and there, but I don't think it's true.
I mean, she had a kid with Russell Wilson, right? Or Future?
She had one of each, yes.
Okay, because I remember that she had the kid with Future that she wanted to name after Russell Wilson.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she wanted to give it either Russell Wilson's last name or make him Russell Wilson Jr. or some shit.
Nah, she can't do that. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's kind of like you. That's a little far fetched, dude. It's not like the father's not in his life. Maybe then different. But come on, dude. I mean, he probably not there all the time, but he got two daddies. Great.
Well,
what
side question for you guys on our YouTube channel and Facebook Live. Can hermaphrodites have kids or not? And then that will probably determine if Sierra is hermaphrodite or not.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm wondering. These are questions that I have on the fly. She brought Sierra up. I didn't bring Sierra up.
I mean, that's why I had Private Party. That's all. I'm sorry, guys. Going off topic. Sorry, off the rails yet again.
Always.
Go. Continue.
So during the farewell for Private Party, it was the founder for HOG who came out, tried to give him a farewell speech, which turned into a beatdown with the New York Wrecking Crew trying to take out the Young Bucks in Private Party. And then we had a surprise appearance by AEW's own Hangman Page. Hangman Page came out and cleaned house and cut an amazing promo that you can check out on the All Elite Wrestling YouTube channel, on Chris Jericho, on All Elite Wrestling, and on the contributions of Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and the Young Bucks to creating AEW. It was some real cowboy shit. So get those t-shirts, those cowboy shit t-shirts. If you were there at HOG, you know what I'm talking about. New York Wrecking Crew got a big victory earlier in the night over LAX, and then Santana and Ortiz said their goodbyes to HOG. If we talked about it on a recent episode of of True Hill Heat, that LAX is leaving Impact Wrestling. They are now free agents in professional wrestling, so it's really up to them if they want to go to WWE and NXT.
Don't do it.
Or if they want to go to All Elite Wrestling. Like I said before on the last True Hill Heat, I think that LAX will be the tag team partners for Chris Jericho on the debut episode of TNT.
You never said that. Now you're saying it. Man.
No, I said it on the last episode.
You said LAX before?
Yeah, I said
don't recall
LAX.
that.
You said Pac and another person, and I think Brian agreed with you, and I said LAX. I said Chris Jericho and LAX versus the Elite on the October 2nd.
Can someone
on
rewind that episode? I don't recall it.
Go back to our YouTube channel, check it out, True Hill Heat 42, and let us know in the comments section if I said that or not, because I'm pretty sure I did. And then finally, we had Charles Mason. Charles Mason, one of the up-and-comers from HOG. He became the first ever HOG Suicide 6 champion in a Suicide 6-way featuring Rich Swann.
That's the name of the belt?
Yeah, it was a whole belt that they created, and it's going to be nothing but 6 ways for this title. It featured Rich Swann, it featured Brian Burgundy, as well as the Bad Apple, Matt McIntosh, but it was Charles Mason, the billionaire playboy, who got the victory and became the first ever HOG Suicide 6 champion. I would say the match of the night was the Young Bucks versus Private Party. An amazing match, some of the craziest tag team moves you will see. So exciting action to watch live. And I would say the MVPs of the show were Private Party. Private Party really got that spotlight in the main event, as well as a little farewell after the show with the whole HOG roster coming out and celebrating their move over to AEW. ROH Summer Supercard was also last night. We had Briscoes
much wrestling, man.
Yes, it was so much wrestling over the last week.
I don't even know how you guys got to sleep last night, to be honest.
I don't know either. I didn't sleep. The Briscoes.
You never go to sleep, so that's not
also
even
true.
asking, you know, like...
Because I watch all this wrestling for you guys.
Yeah, we still don't even know our point, too.
I'm going to get to that. Okay. The Briscoes got the victory over GOD in the ladder war to successfully defend the ROH Tag Team Championships. It was Matt Taven getting a clean win, successfully defending the ROH World title against Alex Shelley. And then he was confronted by Rush. Rush got the victory earlier in the night in a no disqualification match over Dalton Castle, and now it looks like Rush will be in line for the next shot at the ROH World Championship. So Death Before Dishonor or Final Battle, we got to see when Rush gets his shot at the ROH title. And then Shane Taylor got a big victory over Tracy Williams to defend the ROH TV title, and Lifeblood defeated Lethal and Grisham, Jay Lethal and Jonathan Grisham, with Mark Haskins submitting Jay Lethal, probably the biggest win of Mark Haskins' ROH career.
Yep.
Match of the night was definitely the ladder war between GOD and the Briscoes, and MVP was definitely the Briscoes getting the victory in the main event. So before we cover the G1 Climax nights 13 and 17, and then preview what's next with night 18 and the finals, let's hear from the Spotlight and the True Heels.
All right, Izzy is just clarifying that, yes, you did say in regards to your predictions, and Krssi was also right on Pac and another partner.
Thank you.
She wasn't right, because we don't know yet.
No, he's saying that we're right, meaning you're right. On
what I'm right. Yeah, thank you. He's definitely right when he says that.
And he'd also like to predict that Rush is going to be the next ROH World Champion.
He better. I mean, I love Matt Taven. If you see my video on the True Hill Heat page, I'm a big Matt Taven guy, but him as champion, it just ain't working out. If you saw the pictures from ROH Summer Supercard, there was like sections that were completely empty. And then for the UK tour coming up, ticket sales are really bad. Really, really bad. They have like 90 sold for one. They got like 70 sold for another, 20 sold for the third one. It's really, really bad.
Oh my God.
Anything else from the Spotlight and the True Heels?
He'd also like to add the highlights from Triple Mania were crazy, and that Spanish commentary sounds funny as fuck.
Spanish commentary is a way to go if you're gonna watch Triple Mania. If you're gonna
illegal.
If you're gonna watch the whole show, listen to the Spanish commentary. Because Matt Striker and Vampiro are horrible, and they've been horrible as AAA commentary. So listen to the Spanish commentary.
And he also says that Omega versus Phoenix headlining the MSG show on September 15th would be awesome.
I want that to happen. I'm hoping it for happen, but it looks like they're going to more lean towards Mexico and selling out one of those arenas out there. G1 Climax nights 13 through 17 were this past week. And the biggest news, of course, came from last Saturday's big show in Osaka. It was Okada, who was then 6-0 in the G1 Climax. He finally his first loss.
Oh yeah, he did lose. Yes.
Like I called it, like I predicted, to Sonata. Sonata in the longest G1 block match in history. 29 minutes and 47 seconds. The G1 Climax block matches are 30-minute time limit, so he literally got the win with 13 seconds left.
Left to win.
13 seconds left to win. Sonata got the victory. My God, it was probably one of the most thrilling final 5 minutes to any G1 block match you will witness. Sonata having the skull's end for multiple minutes on Okada. You're thinking Okada's gonna submit, but he doesn't because he's Okada. And then finally, Sonata hits 2 moonsaults with 13 seconds left to get the victory. It was an amazing match. Ibushi defeated Tanahashi to eliminate Tanahashi from the A block. And Ibushi, basically, it was really like a passing of the torch type of match. You could really feel at the end that Tanahashi gave the torch of New Japan to Ibushi.
Found.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
It took you nearly the whole episode.
Well, you told me to stop and digress and go to join our show.
Go
so
ahead.
I had to go back and remember that I had to find it.
Okay,
so,
we're talking about G1 Climax. So
right.
Go ahead.
So, this is a web series for a new breakthrough. Well, this is from 2016. But a new 2016 black gay web series about him has finally embraced his filmmaking destiny by bypassing actors, although in exchange for porn stars starring gay male strippers, escorts, porn stars, and a new web series called Climax as his porn connections embraces.
Come on! G1 Climax 29 or Climax.
Black gay male.
Black gay male.
Is AR Fox in it?
Oh. I don't know who that is, but okay.
Explain, Sid.
But I told you, and I proved it, that it's true.
It's called Climax. You're ridiculous. You're going off of one word.
Well, you told me to. That's what you told me to do.
No, it's a G1 Climax.
Oh, well.
You can't just go up a climax. Yes, climax is a word that involves something sexual.
No,
but
that
you
involves,
cannot focus on that one word.
All right, fine.
When it has G1 in front of it and 29 on the back of it. And it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. You're ridiculous.
You know what?
You're ridiculous.
No, I don't.
And our producer is ridiculous for trying to put me on the spot. We could get an interview with AR Fox. You want me to totally ruin that right now? You're ridiculous. Don't look up AR Fox on Google, people. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Don't look up AR Fox gay porno. Don't do it.
He has a porno? Really? Now I'm really intrigued now.
It's totally. This show is totally off the rails. Top guy JJ, we miss you. Shingo went off this week on the 2 B block shows. Shingo lost to Naito.
I would say he lost.
Yeah, he lost to Naito, but then he defeated Tomohiro Ishii, who is the never openweight champion. But these were 2 classic G1 main events. And then Jay White, who we talked about before, he started off 0-3.
Sorry.
We're going to hear that. He started off 0-3 in the G1. He railed off 5 straight wins, and now he is in competition for the B block final. Before we get into the Night 17 highlights that happened this morning, let's hear from the Spotlight and the True Heels.
Austin says, damn, JJ leaves for 1 episode and we start talking about gay black men?
Well, if you were watching at the beginning of the show, he told me to find something that has that in the title of a porn.
G1 Climax, not just Climax. I understand that Climax is a word that involves something sexual, but fine. G1 Climax.
Okay, you need G1. I will do my homework and I'll have that for next week. Okay.
It can have any letter in front of it.
Okay.
Except for A. Any letter except for A. If it's like B Climax, I will accept that. That's close to G1 Climax.
Any letter of the alphabet.
All right.
So, what you're saying?
Any letter of the alphabet. So before Night 17, I would say the match of the week so far is between Sonata versus Okada, Ibushi versus Tanahashi, Shingo versus Naito, or Shingo versus Ishii.
I'm about to say, didn't someone already win the B block already?
No, where B block finals is tonight.
Okay.
Or later, or in the morning, or Sunday morning.
Just later.
However you want to say it.
Around 8 o'clock is that their time.
5 a.m.
Yeah, whatever.
Or so,
yeah.
our time. But
early.
Yeah, I know.
That people actually had a show at that time over there?
Yeah, they do.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. So you guys decide in the comments section, Facebook Live, more importantly, our YouTube subscribers. Please put what you thought was the G1 Climax match of the week between Sanada versus Okada, Ibushi versus Tanahashi, or the two classes from Shingo versus Naito and Ishii. Shingo definitely got his earned the opportunity against the never openweight champion by defeating Ishii. So I would say that
apparently it's not a hot girl summer.
The MVP of the week, or the hot girl summer of the week, is Shingo. Shingo is the MVP of the G1 for this week.
It was stripped away from Moxley.
Night 17, the A Block Finals was this morning. We had ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr., get the victory over Kenta in his final A Block match.
Zach Morris. Zach Morris is trash.
Zack Sabre is trash. Kenta lost his last 5 matches in the G1 due to that loss. It was Ospreay pulling off an upset, defeating the ace Tanahashi in the second to last match of the night. And then in the A Block Finals, the match that determined the winner of the A Block, it was Kota Ibushi defeating Kazuchika Okada. In my eyes, the best match of the tournament. The Ospreay and Okada is right up there, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. But Ibushi versus Okada, the reversals, the timing, the smoothness, the storytelling, and the psychology made that the best match of the tournament so far for Ibushi to win the A Block, giving Okada 2 Kamigoye knees to get the victory. Ibushi wins the A Block, and now he looks forward to who comes out of the B Block, which is going to be tonight. So, anything for the Spotlight or the True Heels before we run through what's next for the G1 Climax as well as SummerSlam weekend?
Izzy says that Shingo versus Ishii was fire and Ospreay versus Kenta was dope too.
Ospreay versus Kenta was excellent. I gotta say, I was wrong. Shouts out to Jaquan. Jaquan said that Ospreay and Kenta was the best match from that night. I said that I had to look at it. I had to watch Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi and Evil versus Okada as well. But I will say Ospreay and Kenta was the best match from that night of the G1. But Ibushi and Okada took it over.
They're the MVPs?
They took over the best match of the tournament over Okada and Ospreay to me this morning.
Okay.
So G1 Climax night 18. We're gonna give preview and predictions. This is the final night for the B Block.
Oh wait, how you got the Juice versus Moxley?
Well, okay, so that's the first match we got to talk about because the B Block is a little bit more interesting than the A Block. The A Block came down to Ibushi and Okada.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. They're down.
It came down to Ibushi and Okada. Ibushi won, so Ibushi won the A Block. Now the B Block is a little bit more interesting because 4 guys have the potential to win.
Right, because they still have great standings. Like they score.
Exactly.
Got it.
There are 3 guys that you getting it? So there's 9 matches.
Right.
Guys have
9 matches? What?
9 matches for the whole entire tournament for these guys.
Okay.
These guys have already wrestled 8.
Right. They already this is the last one.
There are 4 guys that are now standing at 5 and 3.
Oh shit.
You got Jon Moxley.
Right, because he lost 3 straight.
You got Hiroki Goto.
Okay.
You got Tetsuya Naito.
Okay.
And you got Jay White. So, Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson is the match we're going to start off with first. Jon Moxley needs to win his match.
He needs to win this match.
And he needs Naito to defeat Jay White to move on. No, he also needs Goto to lose against Shingo. So he needs Goto
if that person wins, he's out of the standing because they have a better record than he does.
No, because Goto and Jay White beat him in the tournament. So if they win and Jon Moxley win, they have the tiebreaker over him. So
because they already beat him already, so they don't need to. So he's gonna be kicked out.
Exactly. Moxley needs Goto and Jay White to lose, and him to win this match against Juice Robinson. Who you got? Moxley versus Juice. This is a rematch from the IWGP US Championship match back at the Best of the Super Junior Finals.
John has to win. Hot Girl Summer has to win. So I'm gonna go with John. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go for Juice Robinson to eliminate Jon Moxley from the tournament and earn a rematch for the US Championship.
Okay, I can see that. All right.
I'm going to go with that. Tomohiro Ishii will go one-on-one with Taishi. Ishii, in my eyes, has been the B Block MVP. He's had the best match with everybody in the tournament. If there's a guy in the B Block, probably their best match happened against Ishii. And this is a rematch from Dominion where Ishii defeated Taishi for the Never Openweight Championship.
That was a few months back.
They're both out of the tournament, but who you got in this one?
I have Ishii.
I'm going to go with Taishi to get the victory here. I feel like Taishi needs the victory here to earn another shot at the Never Openweight Championship. I want Taishi to get his shot before Wrestle Kingdom because I think at Wrestle Kingdom we need Ishii versus Shingo one more time at Wrestle Kingdom, the big show in January. Toru Yano, who's been the Sublime Thief, getting victories over Naito, getting victories over Jay White and Jon Moxley. He's going to be going up against Jeff Cobb, who's had an up-and-down tournament. He had his classic match against Ishii, and he's been so-so throughout the rest of the tournament. Who you got, Yano versus Cobb?
Cobb.
I'm going with Cobb as well. Yano's got all the big victories he can need in this tournament. Cobb needs a few more, and I feel Cobb gets the victory in the B block final. This one is going to be interesting. Hiroki Goto versus Shingo Takagi. This is definitely going to be hard hitting for sure. Shingo Takagi is already out of the tournament. Goto needs to win here, and he needs Naito to defeat Jay White because he owns the tiebreaker over Tetsuya Naito. No, Naito owns the tiebreaker over him. So he needs Naito to lose, and he needs to get the victory here. So who you got? Goto versus Shingo.
Shingo.
I'm going with Shingo as well. We can agree there. I think that Shingo eliminates Goto from the competition, so it only comes down to our main event matchup, and the winner of this wins the entire B block. It's Tetsuya Naito, the Intercontinental Champion.
This is really hard.
Versus the Switchblade, Jay White.
Well, it's not hard, but that's why I'm going with Jay White.
You going with Jay White? See, we agree again. See?
I picked Jay White and all that stuff except when he was against Jon Moxley.
That's true. That's true. And he beat Jon Moxley.
Exactly.
So Jay White, I feel he will complete his destiny. He said before.
He has to.
He said before he will infiltrate chaos from within and shut it down. He did that. He told us that he would bring Bullet Club back to promises. He did that. He told us he would win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. He did that. And he told us after he was 0-3 that he would win 6 straight to win the block. And he's going to do that. This morning, he's going to defeat Naito and win the B block. So we're going to have Jay White versus Kota Ibushi in the finals of the G1 Climax on Monday morning. Who you got in the G1 Climax finals? Ibushi versus White.
Yeah.
You going with White?
I'm going with White.
Going with White to win the whole thing. I have the shirt on. But I'm going with my pick from the original start. I said it from the beginning, folks. I said when the G1 Climax started, it was Kota Ibushi's year. If you remember last year on True Hill Heat, I predicted Ibushi to win the G1 Climax last year. So I gotta go with Ibushi this year to get the job done. No Kenny Omega. Ibushi will get the job done and win the G1 Climax 29 to move on to Wrestle Kingdom. He signed that lifetime contract, and they're going to grant him that title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. Let's hear from the Spotlight and the True Hills before we run through SummerSlam weekend.
All right, Izzy with some more predictions. If I had to choose, I would have to say Okada versus Sonata.
Okay.
For match of the tournament? Okay, I agree. That was a great match.
And he says Naito is going to win the B block, but then as much as I don't like for them to go head-to-head again for the sake of their careers, why not? Naito versus Ibushi for the G1 Finals.
That's my number one reason for picking Jay White, because I don't want to see Naito and Ibushi try to kill each other again. That's just me. Izzy, if you're okay with people dying in the ring, that's totally fine. But I'm not okay with that, so I don't want to see it.
It'll make a great Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Yeah, exactly. The Naito.
I'm waiting for the season 2.
Naito versus Ibushi is going to be the season finale of Dark Side of the Ring if they verse in the G1 Finals. But go ahead. Anything else? All right, so we can move on to Takeover Toronto 2.
Tonight.
For the first time
This is 2?
Yes, for the
You've been in Toronto before?
Yeah, first time in 3 years they will be back in Toronto. It was back in 2016. Takeover Toronto happened. It was where Samoa Joe became the first ever two-time NXT champion.
Okay.
It was where the classic, one of the greatest NXT TakeOver matches of all time, the Revival versus DIY, 2 out of 3 falls happened 3 years ago. And speaking of which, in the main event, it's one of the members of DIY. It will be Johnny Gargano going one-on-one with Adam Cole. Cole versus Gargano 2 out of 3 falls with each match having a stipulation this time.
Oh, so after those first round, after the first match, is in a second one?
First fall will be a street fight that was chosen by Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
The second fall will be a regular singles match because Adam Cole believes he can always defeat Johnny Gargano in a basic singles match. And then the third fall will be decided by NXT GM William Regal, and he has made it a complete mystery of what the third fall will be. And we know we're going to get a third fall. So,
right.
Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, part 3. Who you got?
Really?
Adam Cole, baby! All around, even our producer said it. Adam Cole
I got my shirt in my bag to wear for later.
Adam Cole gets the victory here.
Absolutely. He come on. Guys, really?
There we go. And speaking of Undisputed Era, we got the NXT Tag Team Championships will be on the line. It will be the Street Profits, better known as the advertising guys on Monday Night Raw.
They give you a brief synopsis of what has happened. So
Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford will be versing the Undisputed Era of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Who you got in this one?
This is so hard because I love both of them.
I love the Street Profits.
I love both of them, and I want Undisputed Era to be dripping in gold for the night, but I gotta go to Street Profits, guys. I'm sorry.
She gotta go with her Black Excellence, but I'm gonna go with my Undisputed Excellence and the Undisputed Era. Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly gets the victory and become 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions.
I know it's gonna be a great match, just so I know.
NXT North American Championship will be on the line. I feel like this is going to be the sleeper of the night.
I think this is going to be the match of the night.
Yeah,
this is going to be better than the main event.
I don't know about that because Cole and Gargano have had 5 stars every time out.
I mean, look who's in this. Look who's in this match, though. Come on, yo.
This is full of talent. We got the NXT North American Champion Velveteen Dream, who will be defending against Undisputed Era's own Roger Strong. And they will be versing in a triple threat match against the longest reigning champion of the past 20 years in WWE, the former WWE UK champion.
So he came all the way from the UK to be in this match?
Yes, because he was the longest reigning UK champion. He wants to become the longest reigning North American champion.
Great. Hey.
Who you got in this one?
Dream. Duh.
I know you want the Dream because you want the points, but I'm going to get the points because I got Roderick Strong, and Roderick Strong will get the victory, and they will bring another title home to the Undisputed Era.
Again, I'm so torn because I love both guys. Like, I love my faction. You know, I love a faction, and my faction is the Era. I will be wearing that tonight. However, I love my guys, my Black Excellence, and I know that we're not gonna disappoint tonight.
They're busy.
Even though Street Profits does not have any merch.
They're busy being ad guys on Monday Night Raw, so
this Vince is foolish.
They don't need the title. They don't need the title for that.
I mean, sure, whatever.
Just saying. They don't. This one is the only non-title match on the card. It's going to be Candice LeRae making her NXT TakeOver debut. Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano become the first ever married couple to perform on an NXT TakeOver. And Candice LeRae will be going...
So wait, we got 2 women's matches this time?
Yes.
Wow.
A rarity for an NXT TakeOver.
Right, we only usually get 1.
You won't get her in WWE, but on the main roster.
You know what?
But Candice LeRae will be going one-on-one with Io Shirai. This all started at the last TakeOver where Shirai lost to Shayna Baszler. Mm-hmm. After the match, she went nuts, giving her a moonsault with a steel chair. Right. Then we had a steel cage match where the four horsewomen got involved, as per usual, as well as Candice LeRae.
And then she got her ass handed to her with a kendo stick, right?
Basically, Shirai fought off Shayna Baszler, who had her in the rear naked choke at the door, and she basically hit her with the door to the point that Shayna Baszler basically was unconscious and fell out of the ring and won the cage match. Yeah. Shirai basically... It's
like the last match. Who else did the same thing? The match with Shane and Miz. Wasn't it the same?
No, he pulled his shirt off. That was stupid.
It's the same.
But that was more stupid. I'm sorry. The Shane one was stupid. The Shayna Baszler one made sense because he had her in a chokehold. All Shirai did was pull the door in her head. She was unconscious. She fell out of the ring. My nigga, the Shane McMahon one was Miz pulled his shirt off and then Shane fell. That's stupid.
It's still disappointing.
Main roster versus NXT. That's just your biggest difference right there. But Shirai went nuts and she attacked Candice LeRae after the match, turning her back on her friend.
Right, because yeah.
So who you got? The newly heel Io Shirai or Candice LeRae?
Io Shirai.
I'm going with the true heels here. I'm going with Io Shirai, one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. And I wanted to save this one for last because I will say one or two of the hosts of True Heel Heat for the last 3 takeovers have predicted this woman to lose her title. She is the true heel Jinx. She is the true heel Matrix herself. She will be defending the NXT Women's Championship, as I like to call her, the right hand to our Lord and Savior, Ronda Rousey, the Beast Incarnate, newly incarnate, the Woman Beast Incarnate, Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. She will be defending the NXT Women's Championship against one of our favorites, one of our first interviews that we did on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, Mia Yim. The HBIC versus the Queen of Spades. Who you got? Yim versus Baszler, whenever you wake up.
I'm sorry, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. Okay.
That was a big intro for that.
Okay. I had to go to sleep on that foolishness because it was trash.
Wait, are you going to pick Shayna this time? You picked Bianca Belair. I think you picked Bianca again at NXT New York.
Yes.
I think we all picked Shirai at NXT 25.
We thought, come on now.
We all thought Shirai was going to be the one to beat her.
She really deserved it. Come on, like that's just so, like I don't get why this.
Shayna Baszler is the best heel in the business right now. Everyone in NXT gets cheered. Undisputed Era is one of the best heel factions that have come through WWE, and they get unanimous cheers at every takeover. The only person who gets booed at a takeover is Shayna Baszler. That's a heel.
Because no one loves her. She's trash.
She's not trash. She's just that good at being a heel.
Okay, great. But,
who you got? Baszler versus Yim.
I don't even want to. Yeah, like I've like what 0-3.
We're 0-3 so far. I picked against Baszler the last 2 takeovers.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow.
I picked her to win against Belair.
Who are you picking this time?
Because Mia Yim was literally, I think, my second ever interview that I ever did on a YouTube channel. I'm gonna go with Mia Yim. This is literally the last time I will pick against Shayna Baszler. Because if Shayna Baszler wins here, I'm never picking against her again. She's literally made me wrong 2 takeovers in a row. I will not pick against Baszler again. This is the last time, but I'm picking Mia Yim to get the victory.
I'm staying consistent. I don't want her to win at all. So I'm going with Yim.
We're going with Mia Yim here. So Mia Yim... Make us
even though I believe that Shirai is a better champion than Yim, call a spade a spade. I felt like Mia Yim should have been the champion by now. I feel like she definitely should have been, at least like give her 2 takeovers and then you can take the belt from her. But I mean,
and this is our first ever takeover appearance for Mia Yim.
Oh wow.
So this is our first ever takeover.
Damn, no, then she probably. Damn, it's not looking good though. I don't know.
You gonna change your mind? You gonna change your pick?
I can't say her name though. No.
So you're going with Baszler?
No. I mean.
You gotta pick one, Yim or Baszler.
I'm going with Yim.
All right.
Even though that's not looking good right now.
Begrudgingly picked Yim here.
Yeah, I had. Begrudgingly.
So we're gonna run through the SummerSlam card very quickly.
Oh my God. Ugh.
This one is a match that just was made official on Monday Night Raw. It was originally supposed to be The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. It was also it was also teased to be Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler, but it will be. It will be the returning Bill Goldberg. Great reaction that he got on Raw versus Dolph Ziggler. Who you got?
Did you see Dolph Ziggler come out as Goldberg on Tuesday?
On SmackDown. That was great.
That shit was funny as hell. And I cannot stand Dolph Ziggler.
But that was great.
When I see him walk out that door, I was like, what the
The fact that he hit the door before he came out, that was the best part for me. Because if you don't hit the door, that's not the
like, what are you doing? Stop, please.
Ziggler versus Goldberg. Who you got?
Goldberg.
I think that's pretty obvious. I think you guys got the same pick as us. I think it's unanimous. Finn Balor. Hopefully the Demon will be versus.
Right, I would hope, but then the Demon is going to lose because Bray Wyatt cannot lose on his first time as a Playhouse person.
But this would put over Bray Wyatt even more. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, versus Finn Balor, the Demon.
Right.
But we don't know for sure if it's Finn Balor,
I think before, I think what's going to happen, Finn is going to come out regular where they have part 2, and then he'll come out as the Demon. Because the Demon is the one that can beat the Bray Wyatt.
I mean, we do know that Finn Balor is supposed to be taking time off after SummerSlam.
Yeah,
so
maybe he'll postpone it maybe a month.
So maybe it would be smart to hold off on being the Demon and just be the regular Finn Balor.
Matter of fact, you know what? Got it for you. He's gonna lose, right? Gonna leave. Take some time off. Come back as the Demon. Man, he just worked out. He came back ready, better than ever. Came back as a Demon, and then he'll go against Bray Wyatt. I think that sounds like a better story for me. And then like his transition to have this whole feud come back to him.
That sounds.
I think that sounds like a better whole thing for me.
I feel like Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, gets the victory with the mandible claw.
Absolutely.
With the mandible claw.
With the mandible claw, which is better than Kevin Owens' stunner. Thanks.
This one is a dream match right here. We talked about this at the end of the last True Hill Heat. We got Trish Stratus going one-on-one with Charlotte Flair, the 2 greatest women's champions of WWE history. Who you got in this one?
The queen, of course, herself, Charlotte. Duh.
If Trish doesn't job here, I'm very much upset.
Who, me?
No, Trish better job here.
She has to job.
She has to job. Like Bill Goldberg, we don't expect you to job.
Yeah, no.
Because you're versus
And I feel like they only gave Trisha, again, they're only giving Trish and Natty fights because they're from Canada. That's the only logical reason for having them even come and fight people. Because other than that, like, why are you here?
We don't want you here.
No.
Sorry. Apologize.
Bye.
But yeah, I agree with her. I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair here. WWE Cruiserweight Championship is on the line. We got Drew Gulak defending against Oney Lorcan. Oney Lorcan has been building up momentum on 205 Live. He came over during WrestleMania season. He just defeated Daivari in a no disqualification match to really earn this opportunity at Drew Gulak. If you know the history of these two men before WWE, they actually trained together in Philadelphia. They came up together in CZW. So this is a match that a lot of indie fans and a lot of Philadelphia independent wrestling fans are looking forward to. So you got Lorcan versus Gulak.
I got Gulak.
I love me some Drew Gulak, and I feel like his run is just getting
started. It's too soon. Like give him a good cool 6 months.
Yeah.
Give him a cool 6 months, see where it goes. Like thus far, he's been great. His matches has been good.
Absolutely.
He's been good so far. So let him continue that run. I think Gulak is the one that should win. Even though Lorcan, cool, great. You can come back again.
Lorcan feels like the guy that can chase for a while.
Yeah, like
he can get a few shots at the title.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, he can get a few shots at the title before he eventually needs to win it. But I agree, Gulak gets the victory here. This one is one I'm looking forward to the most, even though Krssi Luv is not looking forward to the finish of this match. We got Kevin Owens going one-on-one with Shane McMahon, with Kevin Owens' career on the line.
Okay, so just a career-ending match. It's not a cage or anything like that.
No, right? it's a regular match. If Owens loses, he quits.
That's some bullshit right there. That's garbage. I got Owens winning.
Well, of course. I mean, if Shane had anything on the line, then it would be interesting. But the fact that this is just for Kevin Owens' career.
And then it's like the fact that you made him and Shane go back to fighting each other is like garbage, guys. Like we've been there, done that. Like what was this, last year maybe? Oh, maybe right before he like got injured, I want to say. Why are we doing this again? He didn't even finish his thing with what the man name is
Shane didn't even finish his feud with Roman Reigns. He still has a victory over Roman Reigns.
He has a victory with Roman Reigns, and then he didn't even finish his thing with damn, why am I losing?
The Undertaker?
No.
Miz?
Yes, Miz. Like
Shane's feuding with the whole roster.
Right? Why? First of all, Shane is not even a good wrestler. Why are we still having him fight? Like
he's not even a wrestler.
He's not even a wrestler. Like he's still a manager, like the GM. Like stop, please. I don't want to see Shane fight anymore. Like we have other wrestlers that can. Drew McIntyre. We can have people fight. Like we don't need Shane. I don't know who keeps telling you guys that we need him, but we don't. We don't want him. We can't stand him. We hate him, actually. Please stop making him fight. We don't want to see it.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to see this no more. Like,
this card would be a lot better to me if it was Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon versus Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns needs his victory back over Shane McMahon.
because didn't he lose twice?
He lost to Shane McMahon, period. And he never got his win back. Like what the? How are we supposed to look at Roman Reigns as a top star when he lost to Shane fucking McMahon?
Because he's in a background fight with things that's falling on him and cars trying to hit him.
People are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yo, free Roman Reigns. Yo, pray for Roman Reigns. People are trying to kill him.
Roman Reigns on the
God damn it. Put him on the list.
We got him on
Put him on the goddamn list. RR. We got for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. This is a match I'm not interested in at all. Bayley.
Why? Okay.
I'm just gonna keep it real. This is the only match on the card I'm gonna say that about. But Bayley versus Ember Moon have had little to no fucking build. Like they literally had a tag match where. Ember Moon randomly picks Bayley. Then they ask Bayley, who you want to defend the SmackDown Women's Live Women's Championship against? Oh, I want to defend against my partner, Ember. And then they literally did nothing for the last 3 weeks to make me believe that Ember Moon is a credible champion. She literally needed Bayley to defeat Charlotte. Then she lost a tag team match to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, where she took the loss, and she's already a bad challenger, and she took a loss to Alexa Bliss. Oh my God! What are you doing?
First of all, great tag match. However, I don't think that Alexa Bliss and Nikki should have won.
They should have. They should have won that tag team title match.
You should have
because Iconics were boring as champions.
No, I'm happy that even though they're on my list, I'm happy that they're done.
They were boring as champions. Right. At least Mandy and Sonya were a good choice because they have their little storyline. But they had that horrible segment where they said, "Oh, we're gonna have a match against Mandy. We're gonna have a match against the Iconics." And then Sonya says, "So we're gonna have a women's tag team title match?" Then Mandy responded, "Yes. And if we win, we're gonna have a women's tag team title match." Ever since that segment, that made no absolute sense, and they were
talking to themselves.
Actually. They literally practiced for hours before that and still botched it. That made them lose that match. And then the Kabuki Warriors, they were never gonna win. They're Asian.
You don't think so?
They're Asian.
What?
They're Asian.
Wow, really? I think they should have won that match.
They're Asian.
But they should have won that match.
They're Asian in the WWE.
Right. So
they should have won the match, but they're Asian in the WWE. I said it.
But look, Shinsuke's Asian.
Yeah, and he wins mid-card titles. He didn't win the WWE title.
Right. He got an Intercontinental one, so they can get a mid-card title.
The women's tag team titles should mean something. That's why the Kabuki Warriors.
Now I'm happy for Nikki. So excited for Nikki Cross. Absolutely happy. Because I feel like they were dumbing her down. I feel like she's been dumbed down for like a moment now.
But they actually have a storyline.
They do though,
Alexa
which is pretty cool. Like
Nikki
it's
Cross.
good. I'm happy for Nikki. Alexa Bliss, I mean, it's going on her list of accolades, of course. She doesn't need it though.
She's the only woman outside of Bayley to win the Raw, SmackDown Women's Championships, the Women's Money in the Bank, and the Women's Tag Team titles.
Which is beautiful. Again, go on her list of accolades. That's wonderful. She didn't need that. She needed that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Alexa Bliss, everybody is still focusing on the fact that Ronda and Alexa had bad timing and Alexa had a concussion. People are still dragging that out. People are still saying, "Oh, I blame Ronda for Alexa missing time." All that bullshit.
No, she had concussions before that, so you can't do that.
Thank you, and you hate Ronda. Thank you for saying that. But there's a certain number of fans.
I do feel that Alexa did job to her really badly, though.
Well, that's on WWE. That's not on Ronda. That's not on Alexa. But Alexa needed this to get some momentum back. And their storyline with Cross and Bliss needed this as well.
Okay.
So we got for the U.S. Championship.
But we didn't speak about Ember yet.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't care about the match. I'm going with Bayley.
Really? Wow, okay. So you think Ember is going to get anything? You think she'll lose?
I believe that Ember Moon should be getting a lot of support from...
The crowd,
and should be getting a lot of support from minority WWE fans, but they're too busy.
You pulling out the race card?
They're too busy complaining about her hair, so I'm going with Bayley here.
Wow. Damn.
I'm going
that
with
had
Bayley.
nothing to do. Fine.
Who you got?
I was gonna say Ember.
You got Ember. All right. I got Bayley. She got Ember. U.S. Championship is on the line. AJ Styles will defend his new title against Ricochet. This one should be one of the best matches of the night for sure.
You think so?
Yes. I feel like if they get time, if they get a clean finish, it will be the best match on the card. AJ versus Ricochet. Who you got?
AJ.
I'm going with AJ as well.
AJ's not losing no time soon.
AJ to retain the title. No, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go with Ricochet here because Paul Heyman wants to push Ricochet, and they don't really care about the U.S. title, so they're going to hot shot it back. Women's
So let him win that because he's never won that. Did he win?
No,
the US?
he won.
The US?
That's
yes,
who AJ won it from.
Yes, that's
so
right.
he's just going to swap it back.
Because the Intercontinental is on SmackDown.
Just going to swap it back. Raw Women's Championship is on the line. It's a submission match. Becky Lynch, your favorite, versus Natalya, the hometown girl. Who you got?
Why are you even asking me this question?
I know.
Natty shouldn't even be in this match.
We've
We've already said this. Her and Trish are like jobs right now. They're jobbers tonight for tomorrow.
Fair enough.
They're going to be jobbers, and they should just job very well. Because Natty can't speak, but she's a great technical wrestler. But she can't speak on the mic.
Fair enough.
She's been looking great, actually, by the way. But she can't, she's getting like Charlotte. Don't do no more stuff to your face, please, sweetie.
Until this week, Natalya wasn't the heel in this story. Becky Lynch definitely was. But then Natalya attacking her knees after that tag team match made her the heel, or not releasing the sharpshooter. So I'm going to go with Becky Lynch here.
I feel like Natalya doesn't even do the sharpshooter even well.
I'm just bored with Becky Lynch's title reign, though.
Okay, that's fair.
She's been a boring champion.
That's fine. Okay.
Some people are better chasing the title than having the title, and that's Becky Lynch.
And whose fault is that?
That's Rebecca Quinn's fault.
You think that's Rebecca Quinn's fault?
That's Rebecca Quinn's fault.
Okay.
You should
now
still
you do a government name.
You should still be compelling as champion. So I blame Rebecca Quinn.
So you're gonna just blame Seth Rollins as his championship reign too.
Yeah, he brought her down. No, I will admit that it's not 100% her fault. Their partnership brought her title reign down.
Me personally, the momentum fell when they lost the thing with Evans. They dropped the ball because that could have been a great thing between the two of them, but somehow, I don't know, it didn't connect with either the fans. I don't know, or maybe those two didn't have good chemistry. I'm not really sure, but it can't be all one person's fault. I'm going to blame everyone for the whole thing. I'm going to blame Lacey. I'm blaming Becky. I'm blaming Seth. I'm blaming the WWE writers. I'm blaming all of these people they all have a hand in all of this. And I think that the reign that we were so excited to see and were happy for it to come, they didn't give it that push that it needed before when we had it. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yes. In layman's term, we miss you, Rhonda.
I didn't say that at all. You didn't hear those words come out of my mouth. I don't give a crap what he just said, but that didn't come out of my mouth. And I don't miss her at all. I'm going to keep that same energy. You all know how I felt about her. I hated the fact that she even came over and was pushed over everyone. So for the fact for you to even say some crap like that, I don't get it. But you know what? Let you do what you got to do.
WWE Championship is on the line. We got Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
So you're saying his is bad too?
No, Kofi Kingston has been a good champion because they've actually gave him different people to feud with. He's actually been a compelling champion. He actually has successful title defenses.
You notice that the people didn't throw out pancakes on Tuesday?
They did. They did. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. New Day. But Kofi didn't even come out. He just did his He
didn't come, but I'm just saying, however, but now they gave Big E a whole bunch of fucking water bottles just to be drank. I didn't understand that.
But can I just say, this has been the best build of any matchup for SummerSlam. Because it's 10 years in the making.
It has a story behind it. Yet again, he has a story. Just like he had it with Daniel Bryan. He has a story. They built behind us, in which I feel like is going to be great. And I feel like Randy Orton is going to they're going to have a good fight.
Yeah, the fact that they used the whole 2009 with Randy Orton backstage holding down Kofi Kingston when Kofi Kingston got his little push against Randy Orton. The fact that they used that, and the fact that Randy Orton used the fact that he took out Mustafa Ali, which led to Kofi Kingston getting the opportunity at Elimination Chamber.
And I'm like, I feel like sometimes they're just like thinking off of the dome, like they just like freestyling it. And I really felt like those two were freestyling. They didn't need anyone to say, here's your script, do that. I really feel like Kofi and Randy have been putting themselves in this match.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with that sit-down interviews they did the last 2 weeks, for sure.
I really feel like it's just them just going at it. And it's getting a big build-up for this whole match that is going to be probably really good. I don't think it'll be match of the night, but I think it's going to be a good 30, 40-minute match that's going to be pretty
30, 40 minutes. I don't know about that much, but...
What are you saying, 20, 30?
Like maybe like 20.
I mean, you need some fillers in this stuff. Like, come on. Okay, look, listen. We already know Gulak is in the pre-show, so that's already... We already got the one. That's off, right? Then we already know Bill Goldberg is definitely at the end of the damn show.
No, he's probably the start of the show.
You think so?
Probably kick off the show with Bill Goldberg. I would do, and that's what I would do. That's gonna get
10 minutes.
That's gonna cool 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If Bill Goldberg takes 3 minutes to beat Brock Lesnar,
it takes about 5 to even come out.
That's true. The whole segment will be 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you.
10 minutes.
I agree with
Okay. Then we have
But what other match on this? I think the only other match besides Gulak versus Lorcan that will be on the pre-show would be Bayley versus Ember Moon.
No.
Yes, that's the
Are
only.
you serious?
That's the only match that doesn't have
We
enough
got 3
build.
hours to fill it. Come on, dude. Like,
There's
no.
2-hour pre-show.
What? Why would you? My head hurts.
I don't know why they're doing a 2-hour pre-show,
What
but
is this 2-hour pre-show for?
the whole show, including the pre-show, is probably going to be 6 hours.
It's too much wrestling going. Like it's too like this, and it's mostly like filling and talking. Like not everyone is even going to be there.
Well, that's why they done stuff like the whole Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black match. They got taken off. They got put on SmackDown.
So it's back now, yeah.
Because I predicted when that match was made for SummerSlam that it was going to be like a minute or less. It was probably going to be Black Mass and game over.
First of all, how the mere disrespect that you guys have given to Aleister Black, you should be ashamed of yourselves. This gentleman, I mean, beyond gold, and you're treating him like he's not even at mid-card right now. Let's just call it what it is. It's not even being treated as a mid-card, and you treat Aleister Black. Aleister Black, again, he's on that list with McIntyre. He's on that list with Joe. Like, these are top wrestlers, and you treat them like trash, dude. Like, they are not being fulfilled in their expectations, everything. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just not being done in the right manner, and it's just trash.
They say Aleister Black in a dark closet every Tuesday.
I don't even think it's a dark closet, but okay.
They put him in the dark closet somewhere.
But today he had a microphone. On Tuesday he had a microphone as he was being lifted up out of his little desk.
That was kind of funny.
I was like, wait, is he actually speaking as he raises up when he's supposed to be like asleep right now? Like, what is this?
And then we got the main event of the evening for the WWE Universal Championship. It will be Brock Lesnar defending against Seth Rollins. This is a rematch from WrestleMania 35, a rematch for the cash-in from Extreme Rules.
Listen.
My number one prediction for this match, I predict the fans of Toronto will pull a double turn. They will boo Seth Rollins and cheer the Canadian, official Canadian, because he's officially Canadian because he lives in Canada, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar lives in Canada? Since when?
Brock Lesnar lives in Canada.
I thought he had a farm in some West Bubble. Yeah.
He does, but he's actually an official citizen of Canada.
Wow.
The more you know.
Okay, so you're saying Brock Lesnar?
I'm saying Seth Rollins is going to win. I'm saying that Brock Lesnar is going to get cheered over Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay, so you're going to say that he's more face than... I mean, his whole Money in the Bank, Monster in the Bank briefcase joint was pretty funny. It's cool.
No, the only reason I'm saying that is, did you see that promo that Seth Rollins did after he got his ass beat on Monday Night Raw? And literally, the fans chanted what to him? Like, he's on the floor. He's like, I do this because I love it.
What?
I do this because I love it.
What?
And Brock Lesnar doesn't love this.
What?
I don't know if I can do this anymore.
What?
But I will. And I guarantee I will beat Brock Lesnar this Sunday. Burn it down. No cheers. No cheers. This dude.
I think that has to do with him talking too much on Twitter. I really think it is.
That's what I think.
So for him to win, probably to make the people get back on his side. I don't know. I really could care less about that match, to be honest.
What, you're going with Seth?
Yeah, because we're not going to see Brock be a champion. So, yeah, I've got to go with Seth. Like, duh. Even though I love Paul Heyman, and I want to see him talk, but Brock is not a good champion.
It is what it is.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to go with Brock.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Brock.
Okay, I'm going Seth. Wait,
Because
we didn't even
why
say Kofi or Randy Orton.
I'm going with Kofi.
You going Kofi? I'm
No.
going. This is hard because I have Randy on my list.
That's true.
But I feel like this is going to be a great match. But yeah, I'm going to definitely go with Kofi. Kofi has to get this win.
So Kofi around. We got Brock here.
Because I don't see Randy
Seth
doing
here.
no championship run.
Doesn't need it.
Randy doesn't really even need it. Randy just comes and shows up to work and just leaves and he has to do little spots and that's it. He does not need to do this.
He's not about this life.
He's really not.
Anything from the spotlight in the True Hills before we close up shop?
Yes, final comments. True Face Steve Salvage. Brock needs to win, and Seth needs to take a break to reboot his character.
Okay.
Among other things.
He also said earlier, WWE Creative killed Becky's momentum by dragging their relationship out into everything.
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree. I can agree with that.
Jason Michael Campbell follows up. I'm waiting for Becky to drop Seth on screen just to keep their relationship off screen.
Wow.
And he also says, as you saw earlier, wow, Krssi, you showing so much hate today. You've been drinking that haterade.
Oh, drinking that haterade, huh, girl?
Whatever.
He also says that you're messed up today. She keeps going with the wrong people.
Oh, he said your predictions is off. Your predictions is off. JMC coming for you because JJ is not here. He's coming for you.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta have a target.
He also says, fuck Seth Rollins. He doesn't deserve that match.
I agree with that.
Oh, so he doesn't like Seth Rollins. That's what it is.
In general, yeah. He's a Triple H fan, so that makes sense. So, we gotta wrap things
that's
up.
the same person he shares his birthday with.
Yeah, exactly. And Bugs Bunny. And we gotta wrap things up.
Nick Hogan.
That too. Yes. We gotta...
Jake Helms.
And Dope the Clown. We gotta have a quick plug for our friends at the Jobber Tears podcast. The Jobber Tears podcast is having their viewing parties tonight and tomorrow night. Tonight for Takeover Toronto 2, go to Legends 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue in New York City. They're having a live viewing party for Takeover Toronto Part 2.
Is this a surprise or no?
Huh?
Is that a surprise or no?
We're gonna tell them right now about the surprise.
I thought it was a surprise. Okay.
No, we're gonna tell them right now about the surprise.
When they just watch, they're not gonna see you guys.
We gotta tell them these things,
really?
you know.
That's
Yeah,
at
least
I
tomorrow night they're gonna have Summerslam viewing party. So if you have any chance to enjoy Summerslam, if you're not gonna be live there in Toronto,
we're gonna rename this.
If you're gonna be in New York City, you need to go to Legends on 33rd Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Their Summerslam viewing party for Jobber Tears is gonna be hosted by Peter Rosenberg. Peter Rosenberg will
the
be
WWE
doing,
Mark?
Yes. Peter Rosenberg, the WWE Mark, will be doing his Cheap Heat podcast. That's perfect. His Cheap Heat podcast before the viewing party tomorrow night, Sunday night for SummerSlam. So check that out. Legends in NYC. A quick plug for Toxic Talk. We got a brand new episode up on our YouTube channel right now.
What was this week about?
What was this week about? Oh, this week we talked about a little bit about football. It was like a full-on football preview for the fall season because you guys were talking about football and JJ was wearing his dumbass
so you guys
Tennessee Titans
jersey. So you did a real male-infused episode. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, a really men-infused, but we do end it off with a little bit of a story from Larry. So always story time with Larry is always fun. And then our final plug is for True Hill Heat 44. True Hill Heat 44. I will be behind the camera. SP3 will be behind the camera. And Krssi Luv, Miss Krssi Luv, will take center stage.
I will.
She will take center stage as the host, co-host for True Hill Heat. I called it the Ladies Appreciation, but she calls it the Hot Girl Summer episode.
Of course, that does sound so much better.
It does.
Ladies Appreciation Week.
THH THH 44 next weekend, we will have all ladies True Hill Heat. Krssi Luv will be hosting
the Hot Girl Summer episode for next week. Yay!
She will be joined by the lovely from the Jobber Tears podcast, Janelle from HR, and the returning her once a year, her one time a year appearance on True Hill Heat. Returning to the show is the True Hill goddess herself, True Hill Mimi. True Hill Mimi and Janelle from HR will be joining Krssi Luv for True Hill Heat 44.
So
you got anything to say?
I'm very excited. Just join us next week. We're going to have a lot to talk about. And, pun intended, we're going to be, trashing you niggas down. Okay?
They're going to be talking about everything from SummerSlam weekend, as well as giving you the real female perspective on professional wrestling. What they're looking for, what they like from professional wrestling, who's their favorite superstars.
Yes.
So you can learn more from the woman's perspective on professional wrestling next week on True Hill Heat 44. Krssi Luv, tell them where they can check you out on social media.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm reading Michael Campbell's.
Okay, yeah, Jason Michael Campbell.
Because now because he's like going in right now. Okay, first of all, one, he said, wow, Krssi is messed up today. She keeps going with the wrong people. Sorry, I paused out whatever. I don't mean to. I love Krssi. She is just off today. Great, for sure. Whatever. First of all, I'm not exactly happy. It looks like she got her hair chopped off.
Oh!
You did the funny black woman's hair! Oh no!
He's not from America. I think black British women are different.
Yeah.
Well, that's JJ.
Jason Michael Campbell? First of all.
I was hoping you didn't read it.
No, I read it. Let me give you something, first of all. How dare you? If you cannot clearly see that my hair is curled, one, so it is looking shorter than usual. And if I did cut my hair, so what? I still look like me, and I still look damn good. So, whatever, how dare you talk about my hair? Okay? One thing you do not do is talk about a black girl's hair.
Learn this lesson here and now.
Okay? No. We're not doing this. And the fact that I'm not even giving you this energy, I feel like I need to now stop.
Yes.
Continue, sir.
Tell them where they can follow you on social media so we can wrap this.
I'm sorry, he just threw me off with this foolishness.
Wow.
I mean,
oh my God. Instagram, Twitter, where can they follow you, Krssi?
I'm really you can find me on IG and Facebook. IG is the sensationalist Krssi Luv, as well as Twitter, and on Facebook _ Krssi Luv. You can follow me there. I'm really I'm at a loss for words right now because I really don't want to curse this man out right now. So
yes, become a member of the True Hills group page.
Yeah, please join us next week for a Hot Girl Summer episode for episode number 44. Double fours for you bitches out there. JJ, where the hell are you? We're looking for you. You're where is Waldo right now? You're away over that way. I don't know where the hell you are. See you guys. If you're going to be at Legends, hit me up. I'll see you guys there. I'll take a pic with you if you want to do that with me later. I'll see you all of you guys later in a few minutes. See you guys all next week. You, sir?
True Hill _ Epic SP3 on Instagram, Twitter, True Hill Heat, Facebook, True Hill Heat page. Like and support the Spotlight and the Battle Club Pro Facebook page. I'm kind of scared to go back to our producer, but I will end off with YouTube. You can check us out, True Hill Heat. We're reaching.
How many we got this far?
We got, I think, 265 now. We're getting closer to 300.
On, guys.
We're edging back. You guys are all watching on Facebook Live. We need you to transition over to become subscribers to our YouTube channel.
So we can do the live on YouTube, guys. Come on.
That's what we really want. And you can check us out if you need to listen on the go on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your audio podcast.
I swear.
One more word from the Spotlight and the True Hills before we sign anything off.
to close it.
Oh my God, I
True
can't.
heel Austin. Damn, now Krssi knows how Ember feels.
Oh my God, I swear I hate you, Austin. I swear I hate you.
Wait to end the show.
First of all, my hair looks better than her. Thank you. My hair is always snatched. Don't get that shit twisted. Okay? How dare you? See? You black.
Until True Hill Heat 44, the Hot Girl Summer episode hosted by Krssi Luv. This has been Miss Krssi Luv. I'm SP3.
Oh my God,
Until
I
then,
can't.
signing off for True Hill Heat 43. Until next time.